There's an indescribable sense of optimism tied to a fresh start, a moment when you realize that the time has come to embark on a new path and wholeheartedly embrace the enchantment of new beginnings in pursuit of your aspirations. As we gather here, I call upon your receptive minds to join together, for Manipal holds the power to ignite your imagination. A warm and splendid morning to each and everyone present here. It is with immense joy that we, representing the faculty, staff, and student body of Kasturba Medical College, Manipal, a distinguished cornerstone of the Manipal Academy of Higher Education and an esteemed institution, extend a wholehearted and affectionate welcome to the incoming MBBS class of 2023-24. On this significant occasion, we, Dr. Sushma Prabhat and Dr. Anne D'Souza, Associate Professors in the Department of Anatomy at KMC Manipal, take great pride in extending our greetings to all of you at the threshold of Med Orient 2023-24. Today marks the initiation of your voyage at Kasturba Medical College, Manipal.
As the saying wisely suggests, a lamp doesn't need words, it articulates itself through its light. In alignment with this sentiment, I would like to extend my earnest request to the esteemed individuals to illuminate the ceremonial lamp, thus inaugurating this event. The president of today's program, Dr. H.S. Ballal, Honorable Pro-Chancellor of the Manipal Academy of Higher Education, the chief guest, Lieutenant General Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the guest of honor, Dr. Giridhar P. Kini, Registrar of Mahe Manipal, escorted by the Dean of KMC Manipal, Dr. Padmaraj Hegde. I also request the two top-ranked students, Mr. Rehan Hassan and Ms. Meher Batriwala, to join the dignitaries in lighting the lamp. I request the dignitaries to offer floral tribute to our founder, Dr. T.M.A. Pai, and occupy their seats on the dais.
Dear students, The culmination of your diligent journey into the realm of medical profession is now a tangible reality. Here at KMC, we wholeheartedly acknowledge and commend your unwavering dedication. It is our unwavering commitment to facilitate this transition into the world of medicine with utmost seamlessness. In order to provide you with a sense of reassurance and added inspiration, I kindly invite our Reverend Dean of Kasturba Medical College, Manipal, Dr. Padmaraj Hegde, to grace us with his words and address this distinguished gathering.
A very good and a very pleasant morning. A warm and heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you as we gather here to celebrate the beginning of a remarkable journey. It's your journey into the world of medicine at Kasturba Medical College, Manipal. It's an honor to stand before you as we embark on this incredible path together. First and foremost, congratulations. You have earned your place in one of the most prestigious colleges in the country. The decision to pursue a career in medicine is not merely a choice. It is a commitment to service, to compassion, and to pursue knowledge that saves lives and transforms communities. Our medical school is not just a place of learning. It's a crucible where skills are honed, minds are molded, and hearts are cultivated. The journey you are about to embark upon will challenge you, transfer you, and inspire you. Your journey here will be demanding, both mentally and physically. But remember, you are not alone. Your fellow students, your professors, an entire medical community stand with you, ready to support, guide, and inspire you. Congratulations once again, and welcome to KMC. Here's to an extraordinary journey that awaits you. May you find success, may you find fulfillment, and endless opportunities to make a positive impact on lives on those you touch. With this preamble, I'm honored to stand before you and welcome our Pro-Chancellor of this esteemed institution, Dr. H.S. Ballal. Sir, your tireless efforts behind the scenes ensures that our university operates smoothly day in and day out. Lieutenant Colonel Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, Vice Chancellor Mahe, he is the person who oversees and promotes the institution's education and research activities. He fosters an environment of academic excellence, innovation, and growth. So a gracious welcome to you. Dr. Giridhar Kini, Registrar Mahe, he plays a very critical and crucial role for the smooth function of the organization and institution under Mahe. So a delightful welcome to you. Dr. Avinash Shetty, the Medical Superintendent of Kasturba Medical College Hospital. Sir, a warm welcome to you. Warm welcome to all the heads of the institution of Mahe, the directors, my associate deans, Dr. Anil Bhatt, Dr. Krishnan Prabhu, Dr. Kanti Lata, Dr. Navin Salins. Warm welcome to all of them. Warm welcome to admin staff of KMC. And a very special welcome to our new students, their parents, their relatives, and who have come from far and wide. And also welcome who are watching this live on YouTube. Welcome to you, and welcome to everyone. Mid-Orient. Maybe. We are celebrating 125th anniversary of our founder, Dr. late KMC, and we are also celebrating Platinum Jubilee of KMC. And you are the lucky ones to get admission in this platinum year. We are 70 years old. KMC Manipal is 70 years old on June 30th, 2023. This is how we transformed from a barren land in 1953. And all these buildings are still present in Manipal. The first building is the Heritage Building, and you should find where is this building. Even now it's present. It's for you to find out. Established in 1953, it was the first self-financing medical college in the private sector and 29th in India, started by our founder, Dr. KMC. It was recognized by MCA then in 1958 when the first batch of students graduated. And this is the hospital which will be dealt in detail with Dr. Avinash Shetty, the medical superintendent, where your clinical training will take place. For the last decade, we have been consistently ranked among the top 10 medical colleges in all surveys, all magazines for the last 10 years, consistently. Apart from MBBS, we have postgraduate courses in 35 disciplines, super specialty in 17 disciplines, 12 fellowships in the centers of excellence, and we have around 120 PhD doctorates, and we have 117 MSc students. We are one of the largest and finest anatomy and pathology museums in Asia, with more than 3,000 specimens and more than 10,000 visitors per year. Apart from this, the individual departments of community medicine, pharmacology, forensic and orthopedics and surgery have their own individual museums. We have the state-of-the-art stimulation center, and this is used to train our students for basic and advanced life support. Parents, you can monitor your students' attendance online. If the student is absent for 3 consecutive days, you will get an email or SMS alert. And since 2016, September, MAH has adopted a revolutionary and eco-friendly way of conducting exams in a paperless digital manner using ePad. Our library is located next to the University Administrative Block, covers an area of 1.5 lakh square feet, over 6 floors, open up to 11:30 p.m. Sitting in your hostel, you can access all the books in your library from your room itself. You don't have to go to the library. And again, detail will be of the library will talk to you by Dr. Shivanand Bhatt, the chief librarian. We look at the holistic development of students. Manipal Sports Arena Marina is a 6th level, centrally cooled sport complex with an area of 1.5 lakh square feet. And again, for outdoor sports, we have cricket, football, and hockey fields. We are interested in promoting a holistic development of individuals, and we involve ourselves and participate in all the social initiatives of the society. As per NMC guidelines from this year, each student should be adopting a family, and with the help of community medicine, I think you will be taken care of this from this year itself. You'll have to follow that family until 4.5 years until you finish your MBBS. This is a new rule by NMC. We have a student mobility center where we have more than 12 universities in and around US and Canada, where you students in a second year can go for electives, and students from other universities also come here for electives. Best 5 students will be selected and sent to one of these universities, and all the cost will be totally sponsored by Manipal Academy of Higher Education. Apart from academic, students have various and multiple opportunities in extracurricular activities. There are more than 15 student clubs in campus itself. Student council is very energetic. We have functions, events happening all around the year. This is the mid-year which took last place in the same venue, and students taking Charaka Samhita oath. And we wish to see you on this day at the shortest time possible to get your degree certificates. We had Mr. Rajnath Singh, Honorable Defense Minister, in the convocation held on November 2022. And this is the Mahe administrators from the health science side, Dr. Ramdas Pai, Mrs. Vansanthi Pai, Dr. Ranjan R. Pai, and the big guns are sitting here, Dr. H.S. Ballal, Lieutenant Colonel Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, Dr. Giridhar Kini, Dr. Sharat Rao, who is the Pro Vice Chancellor of Health Sciences, and Dr. Geeta, who is the Director of Student Affairs. And these are my team. We have Dr. Navi Salins, Dr. Kanti Latapai, Krishnan Prabhu, Dr. Anil Bhatt, who are the Associate Deans, and Dr. Anand Venugopal, who is the CEO of Teaching Hospital, Dr. Avinash Shetty, the Medical Superintendent, and Dr. Shiran Shetty, the Deputy Medical Superintendent. Apart from that, we have the CEO of Karkala, Dr. Keethinath Ballal, who is sitting here. Effective institutional leadership is critical in the success and growth of any institution. These are all our institution leaders. We appreciate their support, their dedication, diligence, and commitment to KMC. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Distinguished attendees, it is my privilege to introduce the esteemed chief guest of today's Mid-Orient event, Lieutenant General Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, who holds the honorable position of Vice Chancellor at the Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. Driven by the steadfast belief that perpetual learning and the relentless pursuit of knowledge constitute the cornerstone of a triumphant career, he has consistently served as a wellspring of inspiration for all of us. With utmost respect, I humbly request you, respected sir, to graciously honor us with your invaluable insights and share your words of wisdom and guidance with this esteemed gathering.
Very good morning, everybody, and very, very warm greetings to all of you from Manipal Academy of Higher Education, an institution of eminence deemed to be university. Dr. H.S. Ballal, Pro-Chancellor, Mahe, Dr. Padmaraj Hegde, Dean, KMC Manipal, Dr. Giridhar Kini, Registrar, Mahe, Associate Deans, Heads of the Departments, Medical Superintendent of Kasturba Hospital, faculty members, university officials, and most importantly, the newly admitted students of the batch of 23-24 and their proud parents. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a matter of great pleasure and a privilege for me to be here today to be talking to you from this podium as we invite and welcome the new batch of MBBS students who have put their best foot forward already and gotten into perhaps one of the finest medical institutions of the country. Why not the country? Even one of the finest institutions in the world. I think it's a privilege for us to have you all here today. And let me invite and welcome all of you, my dear students, and your parents to the family of Manipal. From today, we all are bound together as a family in pursuit of excellence towards your cherished goals as you start your journey in the field of medical sciences. And what a better place to start your journey. Kasturba Medical College, the 70 years legacy, inspired by the wisdom of our founder, late Dr. KMC Pai, the first ever private institution, medical institution in the country. And this is the first ever institution that began under the umbrella of Manipal as a higher education institution. From then on, the inspirational journey, which started with Dr. KMC Pai, ably led and developed by our Chancellor, Dr. Ramdas Pai and Mrs. Ramdas Pai. Currently, we are led by the third generation, Dr. Ranjan Pai, whose aspirations to take our university and to the institution to the next level is unparalleled. As mentioned already by our Dean, KMC Manipal has ranked amongst the top 10 institutions in the field of medical sciences for a very, very long time. You will all understand, to reach the top is perhaps one part of the journey, but to consistently stay at the top requires a lot of perseverance, commitment, and a lot of hard work from everybody along the way. The faculty, the students, the non-teaching staff, and more importantly, the community as a whole. I think we are blessed that we have such a support system that helps us to stay on the top and continue to stay on the top. What perhaps you all would not be knowing is that you are also part of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, which currently is ranked number 6 in the country as per NIRF, which means that Manipal Academy of Higher Education is the number 1 private university in the country, which is of great achievement to all of us. And to contribute to all these things are more than half a dozen of our institutions which ranks amongst the top 10 and top 20 in the country. It's not that we are ranked only within the country. The university enjoys perhaps one of the very few universities in this country which have been credited with ranking in that all 3 major international ranking system, QS ranking, Times Higher Education, and also Shanghai ranking. And KMC enjoys another distinction, that it is ranked between 200 and 250 in QS with regard to clinical medicine. Not a feat which is easily achievable. It's only because of the dedication of the faculty, of the students, and of our alumni who are dotting all over the world, who are employed in some of the best known institutions of the world, both in academics, in the hospitals, in the clinical field, in the entrepreneurial field. Therefore, you have a lot to look up to about your alumni who will join once you complete this program. Alumni strength at MAHE and KMC is phenomenal, and the alumni will be willing to lend their helping hand and mentor you to reach your goal as you go forward. We've all gotten over the worst phase of this world has faced in this century with the COVID-20 pandemic. Hopefully, we have seen the back of it. But this has done a lot of damage to the higher education system, where the admission cycles went haywire, the college starting became haywire, the academic calendars have gone haywire, and the UG, PG admissions were delayed inordinately in the last 2 years. But this year, we are on course, and I'm sure that all of you will complete your 4.5 years of undergraduate education with flying colors in the right time, and also complete your internship and be ready to take on the world as you go forward. We all know that what it means to get a medical seat in India. 20 lakh students appearing for the NEET UG, and just around 1 lakh students get admitted. That means it's a demand ratio of 1:20 from the aspirants to the final selection as a medical student. And to get into Kasturba Medical College, the journey is even tougher. Therefore, let me congratulate all of you for this momentous journey that you have undertaken in your 10th, 11th, and 12th class. To be ranked very high in the NEET UG merit and to be selected to an institution like Kasturba Medical College. So it's a very, very arduous journey, but only your journey begins now. You have gotten into the medical school. And let me just remind you, as our dean mentioned, getting into a medical school is only one part. Going forward, you have chosen a field of study which deals with human beings, which deals with human life, which deals with human pain, it deals with human diseases. And more than anything else, it deals with a community with whom you'll be bound forever, whichever place you choose to serve. Therefore, it's a very, 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 a journey which is full of commitment and perseverance. And the studies does not end. As I said, medicine is perhaps the only field where you have all the three domains playing a very important role. When I say domains, it's the domain of knowledge, which is the cognitive domain. Next, the domain of skills, which is the psychomotor domain. And third, perhaps even more important than the other two, is the affective domain, which deals with human sympathy, empathy, your caring for your patients, caring for their family. And often they look up to you as a leader of the healthcare team for you to render them the things to secure to them in their times of ill health and disease. You'll also have to deal with death. You'll also have to deal with a lot of emotional turmoil as you go through your journey. Therefore, it's important for you from day one onwards, you need to develop your domain, affective domain, to be a very, very efficient and sympathetic and empathetic doctor, and also a very empathetic team leader, because often as a doctor, you will be the team leader in a healthcare team, which comprises of the nursing professionals with the allied health professionals and the non-teaching staff. And therefore, everybody will be looking up to you. Therefore, it's also important for you to develop that very, very innate and purposeful leadership quality to be a good team member and a good team leader in the healthcare team. As a clinician and an educationist for over 4 decades, I would like to share a few thoughts and a few friendly pieces of advice that should help you as you begin your quest for excellence in your medical profession. Be focused and committed to excel in your chosen field. One needs to keep your patients and their welfare in the center of your thoughts and actions always. This is something very critical. We have also seen over the years the standard of graduate outcomes in MBBS programs in India in terms of skills, attitude, and communication skills were steadily on the decline, while the level of cognitive domain, that is the domain of knowledge, being increasing exceptionally and exponentially. One of the reasons attributed to this is a less seriousness during your internship, as most of the interns were increasingly preparing for PG entrance examination at the expense of consolidating their clinical skills. This has led to the new MCI curriculum, which started in 2019 with the implementation of the competency-based medical education program with special emphasis on acquisition of predetermined skills and attitude. The new curriculum also has brought back the focus into the affective domain, which I mentioned, affective domain of attitude, empathy, sympathy, and purposeful communication skills. So it's important that you realize that it is an amalgamation of knowledge, skills, and attitude that makes you a better physician and a better doctor. Punctuality and time management and optimal utilization of available time is of great importance in medical studies. Time is the only physical dimension that does not wait for anyone. It is critical to be conscious of this, and we need to always acknowledge the importance of our own time and also others' time. So especially the time of your teachers, the other healthcare members, friends, and your own patients. Therefore, punctuality should be the cornerstone as you begin your journey in medical sciences in the field. Second important thing which often gets neglected is grooming and being appropriately dressed. I think it is critical to a budding doctor to be groomed well and to be appropriately dressed. A well-dressed human being evokes a sense of respect from your patients and their relatives. So always be appropriately dressed, and when you're well-groomed and well-dressed, this automatically improves your own self-esteem and confidence. I would want you all to keep this in mind as you embark upon this journey in medical education. The other important aspect I would like to stress upon would be commitment and dedication towards your patients, towards your studies, towards your teachers, towards your peers and friends, and the fellow health workers. One of the most important attributes to be a successful doctor is humility, which is a virtue, and one needs to consciously develop this attitude of humility, and central to this is respect to fellow human beings. I'm reminded of one of the Sanskrit Subhashitas which goes, Vidya dadati vinayam, vinayadhyati patratam, patratvam dhanamapnoti dhanadharma tatasukam, which means that as you get educated, you'll become more and more humble. It is the humility which makes you to receive many things from your friends, patients, teachers, and from around the community. And when you acquire this ability to receive, you will automatically become wealthier. And when this wealth is distributed for a just cause, for the benefit of the humanity, only then will happiness come. As I mentioned, regularity in studies, continuous studies, problem-related studies, preparing for your seminars, symposia, with your own efforts rather than using technology, cut and paste, chat GPT will only lead you to a shortcut. However, own efforts will always lead you to better retention and better internalization. So you'll become a better human being. And more importantly, imagine education is an amalgamation of your own intelligence, 25% of entire education based on your own intelligence, 25% you will acquire from your teachers, 25% will come from your friends and colleagues. Therefore, it's important to listen to them only about and follow them in your pursuit for excellence. And the last 25% is the ability to inculcate the lifelong learning skills. Medicine is one subject where you will never cease to learn. You will learn from everybody in and around you, and therefore you need to be like a sponge to absorb as much knowledge, skills, and attitudes as possible. And when you come out with it, you will definitely be a successful doctor and make a big difference to the quality of life, to your patients, and to your community. The other important thing is to develop the habit of questioning. Of course, questioning and also problem-solving skills. You should be able to resolve your questions and doubts at the earliest, and you must develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills. This is the most important aspect of being a good physician. Acquisition of observation, of skills, doing under observation and doing it yourself, repeatedly to internalize the skills which are very, very important in your practice of medicine. There is no alternative to hard work. Use of simulation and skill-based training will surely reduce the learning time, and you'll be very, very happy, and I'm sure you're all fortunate to come into an institution which has invested a lot in technology in terms of simulation, in terms of various learning materials, both online, offline, hands-on learning opportunities for you, which will help you to reduce the learning curve so that you can practice your ways more effectively in a life situation. One of the most important components which was even mentioned by Hippocrates is, remember, do no harm by your actions. Therefore, every action of yours which has an impact on human life has to be a very well thought out action and should not cause harm. So this is something that should always remain at the back of your mind. Other important aspect which I have practiced and many of the successful leaders who are sitting here have practiced, to be a successful doctor, one of the most important attribute is to have a pleasant, effective, and unambiguous communication. Your communication must mean the same to me, to you, and to the person who's receiving this communication, be it oral, written, or electronic communication. Critical to your success as a doctor will be your ability to communicate well with your patient and their relatives. Often poor or no communication is the most common cause for conflict. You've seen patients attacking doctors, relatives attacking doctors. This is because more than anything else, it is a poor communication with regard to the status of the patients or the actions that have been taken to alleviate illness and disease in that patient. As I mentioned, learning from your teachers, peers, and other team members is very critical to you to develop into a very good doctor. Now, this is a point that I would like to make to both the students and the parents. Medical studies are extremely stressful. Don't be under the illusion that you have entered into a best medical school in the country, that you will walk out with flying colors. A lot goes in between your entry and your exit from the institution, and more often than not, it does lead to stress. To reduce the stress and eliminate stress, I would advise our students, the new students, develop healthy habits, responsible social activities, and social behavior. This is very critical. And to the parents, please keep a watchful eye on your ward. Not that watchful means don't be overbearing, but from a distance, keep a watch on your students. Understand their problems, be supportive. We are all there to support you in your journey towards excellence. But you have to help yourself to begin with. MAHE provides a campus life of international standards and in a very, very multidisciplinary setting. This is perhaps the biggest asset you will have as you embark upon your journey. You'll be interacting students across disciplines from different countries, different regions of the state. Therefore, it will help you in your holistic development, in enhancing your social skills, in making you a better human being, perhaps also taking you away from the mundane activities of studies and hospital and patients towards more, holistic development of your own interest in art, music, dance, sports, anything that you wish to pursue as a secondary, learning, the opportunities available in MAHE. And MAHE, as I mentioned, provides you with a student support system which is truly world-class. So therefore, everything is there. All the ingredients are there. We need to put them and mix them in the right proportions for you to emerge as a very successful doctor and make a big difference to the entire world as you go forward. Again, a request to our parents. While I commend and congratulate you for supporting and guiding your ward, this commitment must continue. Being away from home and at a hostel brings its own inherent problems. Please stay connected with your wards. Help him, help her to adjust to the new normal. Help us in making him safe and keeping him away from unhealthy influences. So I request you to closely monitor their academic progress and the social progress. The college administration will stay connected with you at regular intervals, and feel free to connect with any one of us. We are most responsive to your needs, both to the parents and to the students. At the end, I wish all the students of batch of 23-24 all the very best, and we are so happy to have you, and I look forward to hearing great things about you as you go ahead with your studies. And on behalf of the MAHE administration and KMC administration, let me assure the parents and the students that the administration will be responsive to all your needs and will make all efforts towards achieving your educational and professional goals. Once again, welcome and wishing you all the very best. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating lines and for inspiring our budding minds. I am sure our students will definitely reiterate and work on your said lines. We now proceed towards the ceremonial release of the student handbook. This is a repository of all the essential information a first-year medical undergraduate at Kasturba Medical College, Manipal requires. I request our guest of honor of today's occasion, Dr. Giridhar P. Kini, Registrar of the Manipal Academy of Higher Education, to release the student handbook. may I also request all the dignitaries on the dais to join this blissful moment.
Thank you, sirs. Present before us as the guest of honor for today's momentous Mid-Orient occasion is Dr. Giridhar Pekini, a notable figure who assumes the position of registrar at the Manipal Academy of Higher Education. Through his dedicated administrative prowess and invaluable guidance, Mahe has witnessed sustained growth and advancement. Respected sir, may I invite you to address the gathering.
Thank you. Dr. H.S. Ballal, Pro-Chancellor, Lieutenant General Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Padmaraj Hegde, Dean, Associate Deans, faculty members, staff, dear parents, and the new batch of 2023, very good morning to all of you. Dear students and parents, first of all, congratulations on your performance in the NEET examination, and thank you for choosing KMC Manipal as your destination for your professional career, the start of your professional career. There's going to be a lot of speaking today, the forenoon session after we finish this function, and of course in the afternoon. But at this moment, it is very important to know the difference between understanding and listening. Our Vice Chancellor has already made a few points. Let me add to that. Now, for a student, in order to be better, you need to have strong fundamentals. And we refer to it mostly inside the classroom. So I'm going to add a few things to what our Vice Chancellor has mentioned, the fundamentals outside of the classroom. First and foremost is the discipline. It means different things to all of us. But we need to understand one thing, that, for example, stopping at a traffic signal when the signal turns red, just because all others are doing, is not discipline. It is the fear of the law. But if you are stopping at a traffic signal when the signal turns red, even when nobody is watching, that is discipline. Similarly, your integrity, honesty, all these keywords, the simplest definition is doing the right things even when nobody is watching. Then comes your internal assessments. They all add to the final assessments. So you need to know how much is needed as an internal assessment. Similarly, your attendance. On the educational campus, only place where you can get away with almost like say 50% performance marks and 75 to 80% attendance in order to be eligible for the end semester examination. Whereas in the professional world, you require 100% attendance and 200% effort or performance. These things will not change overnight. So you have almost 4 years to make that transition from 50% performance to 100% or 200% performance and 75% attendance to almost 100% attendance. Next comes the learning. You have taken up a course where you are going to learn every day. Learn from the books, learn from your surroundings, you're going to learn from the person sitting next to you. But it is not good enough just to learn. Most important is to be a problem solver. That is how you are going to apply all the learning. So be a problem solver more than just being a lifelong learner. Priorities. On the campus, you are here for your academics. Rest all should be a value addition to whatever you do on the campus in order to ensure that your campus experience is a very memorable one. So you need to prioritize your education, prioritize your enjoyment, your fun, even bunking classes, whatever. But you need to prioritize. It applies to all of us. We also fail, even at this particular age. We fail to do it. But we should always try to ensure that we live up. Then comes your maturity. We are an educational campus, more than 25,000 students, different kinds of courses. You will get to meet them in the cafeteria, in the food courts, during the tech fest, college fest. So you need to start maturing the moment you start coming in contact with all of them, the more you interact with them. And when we say maturity, it's more to do with how much you can push yourself, how much you can push the others. So you have again 4.5 years to start maturing from today. Next, most important is the social media. The time you have written your NEET examination and till today, you have had a lot of free time. Probably you would have spent more time on social media in order to pass the time. And some of you would have even got addicted to it as well. Probably mainly because for 1 year during your NEET examinations, your board examinations, you have been off social media for various restrictions. But it's time to understand that, again, coming back to the priorities, you are here for your academics, so please make sure that you get off social media. Not everything, whatever you find, you read, is appropriate. So you must have the maturity to understand what is right, what is wrong, and then you can ignore. If you feel that you have been addicted to social media, try the 1 hour mobile challenge. Every day, avoid the mobile for 1 hour, every day. Try that. And it's good. It's going to be a good learning experience. Extend that to 1.5 next year, make it 2. But make an attempt to stay away from social media. And even if you do, then be mature enough to understand what is right and what is wrong. Next comes, as the Vice Chancellor has already mentioned, time. You can lose money, you can always get it back. But once you lose time, you can never get it back. Yesterday's 8 o'clock class will not be the same as today's 8 o'clock class, even if the content is the same, even if it is a repetition class, even if the faculty is the same. So respect time. Then comes your health. A lot of distractions. Your lifestyle is different. If you come from different backgrounds, your eating habits are different. But in a place like Manipal, you will get a good amount of cuisine, tasty ones. Don't go overboard. And going to be a would-be doctor, before you start advising others on health, it is very important that you should follow before you start advising others. So please take care of your health. And the last one is your enjoyment, effort. So make sure that whatever you do, stay in the best of health, and make sure that you know your boundaries and before you start crossing the line. Now let me highlight the importance. Now the last few minutes I spoke about a few points. Some of you would have understood it, and some of you would have merely listened to it. So let me highlight the importance of the last few minutes. Bhagavad Gita, please hear me out very clearly. Bhagavad Gita was recited twice in real time. Bhagavad Gita was recited twice in real time. One by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, and second by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. The difference was Arjuna understood everything, because of which he could do his activities better, whereas Dhritarashtra simply listened to it and he lost everything. This is the difference between understanding in the classroom discussions, and merely listening to lectures, either in the class or online. So please understand. So this is your first assignment basically in knowing the difference between understanding and listening. I hope you have taken note of that. So once again, dear parents, thank you for all the trust that you have put in Brand Manipal. I'm sure your child will live up to your expectations, and of course, we will always be there to support you. And to all the students, welcome to the Manipal family. Wish you all the best. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your supporting lines. Adorn the white coat with grace and reverence. It signifies not just a role, but a cherished opportunity to dedicate oneself to the service of humanity as a healer. The white coat stands as an emblem of a physician's identity visible to the world. It is imperative for us to delve deeper into its meaning. In light of this, I respectfully invite Dr. Anil K. Bhatt, the esteemed Associate Dean of KMC Manipal, to illuminate us further about the profound symbolism behind this attire.
A very good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais, invited faculty and guests, and to all of you, the Platinum Jubilee batch of students along with your families. I would like to congratulate each one of you for achieving the milestone in your career. So as each one of you will don the white coat today, you begin your journey in the field of medicine in these times, which has more than emphasized the relevance of preventive and clinical medicine. In the words of Sir William Osler, the practice of medicine is an art, a calling, and you've answered that call today. The donning of white coat is a century-old tradition instituted by Dr. Arnold P. Gold at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons, New York. It is a rite of passage, welcoming the new medical students into the medical profession. It's a symbol of the virtues of altruism, responsibility, duty, honor, respect, and compassion. Dr. Gold believed that medical students should be given well-defined guidelines regarding their roles and responsibilities prior to their first day of education and training, a commitment taken at the beginning of the medical school and not at the end. The white coat is an emblem of a profession, reminding us of professional duties as prescribed by Hippocrates. White coat symbolizes commitment to serving humanity for the rest of your life and the opportunity to make a real change in the lives of people in this world. It is not a superhero cape draped over our shoulders and attached to our hearts. It has a commitment to our patients, to our colleagues, staff, advisors, our parents, families, communities, and most of all, to ourselves. As you step into the portals of the medical world with enthusiasm to explore, ambitious to provide cure and relief, coupled with anxiety as to what lies ahead, the white coat ceremony is an occasion when you are surrounded by your parents and families to support you, teachers and advisors to lead you from the front to help you accomplish this journey and reach your goal. I wish you all the very best for a bright career in the field of medicine. As we proceed, I request all of you to rise and wear your white coats. I request all of you to open the Charaka Shapath leaflet given to you and repeat the same after me. Are you all ready? Are you all ready? Okay. During the period of study, I shall live a life of self-control, piety, and discipline, submitting myself to my teachers with complete dedicated feeling. I shall act like a son or daughter for his or her welfare and happiness. My action shall be guarded, service-oriented, and free from indiscipline and envy. In my dealings, I shall be patient, obedient, humble, constantly contemplative, and calm. I shall aim my full efforts and ability towards the desired goal of my Guru. As a physician, in order to gain success and fame and earn money, I shall always use my knowledge for the welfare of the living mankind. I shall always be ready to help the patients, even when I am extremely busy and tired. I shall not harm any patient for the sake of money or selfish gain, nor shall I entertain a desire for other women or men or wealth. Immortality should not figure even in my thoughts. My dress ought to be decent, yet impressive, and my personality confidence inspiring. I shall always use sweet, pure, appropriate, pleasant, truthful, beneficial, and polite words, and using my past experience, I shall act keeping in mind the time and place. I shall constantly endeavor to accomplish the newest development of knowledge. I shall examine a female patient only in the presence of an attender. When examining a patient, my discretion, attention, and senses should be concentrated on the cure of the disease. I shall not make propaganda about confidential matters regarding patients and their family. Though an authority on my subject, I shall not display my knowledge and skill egoistically, as by it, even near ones may feel insulted. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As the sands of time have flowed, our university has witnessed remarkable growth, a journey skillfully guided by the exemplary leadership of our esteemed Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. H.S. Ballal. Through his tenure, the virtues of integrity, insight, and inclusiveness have been the cornerstones of his leadership style, consistently propelling us towards pinnacles of achievement. With immense honor and gratitude, I extend my request to you, respected sir, to grace us with your wisdom and address this gathering.
Thank you, MC. My dear friends, I would like to extend a very warm and cordial welcome to the new students who are entering the portals of this great institution, Kasturba Medical College, Manipal. A warm welcome to you. I would also like to thank the parents of our students for deciding KMC Manipal as the destination for their children for doing their MBBS students. Thank you very much, parents, for deciding to send your students to KMC Manipal. A lot of things have been told, a lot of advice has been given by our senior leadership, our dean, my vice chancellor, registrar, about the do's and don'ts for both the students as well as the parents. And I am not going to repeat the same. But my request to all of you, please take it seriously because they are all very experienced people with a lot of experience. Please observe it because MBBS is a very arduous course and you have to work very, very hard. That is the message that has been conveyed by all our senior administrators, including our registrar who quoted Mahabharata, isn't it? So please take it very, very seriously. So I would like to mention our founder. It's very important that you should remember our founder, whose photograph you can see on the stage. And he was the one. All of us are here today because of this great man. He was a visionary, always used to think much ahead of his times. He was 3 in 1. He was a medical doctor. He did his MBBS from Government Medical College, Madras, because we were under Madras province those days. In 1925, he did his MBBS. He was a banker. He was the founder of Syndicate Bank, which of course has merged with Canara Bank now. And also, he was an educationist. He always used to say there are 3 ills that are facing the society: ill health, illiteracy, and poverty. And he was of the opinion that if you take care of illiteracy and ill health, poverty will automatically go. That is the reason to take care of illiteracy, he started educational institutions initially under the banner of Academy of General Education, which was established in the year 1942. Basically, he started it for SSLC failed students to provide them skill training so that they become employable. And to take care of ill health, he started the first self-financing non-missionary medical college in this country, that is Kasturba Medical College, Manipal, the college that you are going to join, way back in 1953. Ours was the 29th medical college to be started in this country. Today, we have more than 700 medical colleges. I am very happy and proud. Our dean has already mentioned that we are consistently ranked within the top 10 medical colleges in the country. I always say reaching the top is difficult, but to maintain that level is still more difficult. And we in administration strongly feel it is because of the quality of the students and the quality of the faculty that we have, because there is no other criteria of admission of students in our institutions, including medical college, other than merit and merit only. Even selection of faculty, promotion of faculty, all these are depending on merit. That we strongly feel is the reason why we are there at the top. Of course, infrastructure facilities are important, but more important than that is the quality of the faculty and the students. I would like to congratulate Ryan Hassan, is there, and also Meher Battery Wala. Am I right in my pronunciation? Yeah, please sit down. These are the top ranked students. See, we give them scholarships of various categories are there. We do that basically to attract the best students, best brains. Because as I said earlier, the quality of students, I feel, is one of the reasons why we are at the top. That's why we are doing a lot of importance for that. And also, and I'm given to understand, out of the 249 students who are admitted so far, 149 are girls. Now, this is a very, very good sign. Because our former president, Abdul Kalam, always used to say, if you want to become a developed country from a developing country, it is very important that you must bring people in the rural areas where majority of our people live, more than 70%, and girls into the mainstream. And that we are doing. I have observed, see, we attend, Vice Chancellor, we attend a lot of convocations, college days and all. What we have observed is girl students perform much, much better than boys. Most of the laurels are taken by them. So naturally, the Kasturba Medical College batch of 2023-24 have more girls than boys. So I'm sure all of you will do well. And boys, please remember, you have to wake up, otherwise girls will totally overshadow you. So better wake up, you know. And as our dean said, the course is quite tough. You have to work very, very hard. See, there is no other substitute for success in life other than hard work. Once Vidya Balan, I'm sure all of you have heard, the famous Bollywood actress, was asked, I believe, what are the 3 reasons for the film to succeed in box office? She said, I believe, entertainment, entertainment, entertainment. That is all the 3 reasons. So if you ask me what are the 3 reasons to be successful in life, I will say hard work, and hard work. So there is no other substitute for success in life. Please observe that, my dear students, very, very carefully. Our Vice Chancellor gave you a lot of advice, what the things you are supposed to do, and also parents. And the dean said if the student is continuously absent for more than 3 classes, SMS will be sent to the parents. Please be in touch with the institution. I promise you, my dear parents, that we will take care of your children like our own children. You can be rest assured of that. But also, you have to keep track of how your wards or children are doing in the MBBS course. Now, our founder, I told you, he was the one who is responsible for starting this medical college. One of his ambition was to start a university, Manipal group of institutions. But he was not able to attain that or fulfill that dream because he died in the year 1979. However, his son, our present Chancellor, Dr. Ramdas Pai, who took over the reins of running this college, not only got us the university status in the year 1993, which is now, as our Vice Chancellor said, an institution of eminence. Very few universities in this country have been given that status, and I am very happy and proud to say that we are one of them. And not only that, he spread the wings of Manipal group of educational institutions across the country and also beyond the borders of our country. We have campuses in Malaysia and Dubai. That is our present Chancellor who is responsible for that. So, my dear students, do your work very, very hard, sincerely, conscientiously, but that does not mean that you should become bookworms. Engage yourself in extracurricular activities also, about which my successors will tell about the sports, games and other facilities that are there, hostel facilities, healthcare, so many things, because there is going to be a long program for you, the whole of today. Do that, involve yourself in your extracurricular activities, which will help in the overall development of your personality. And I wish you all the very best, and I am sure you will have a great future. So do hard work, and may God bless you with health, happiness, and all the rest of the things that you aspire for. And once again, I would like to promise the parents of the students who are entering the portals that we will take care of your students like our own children, and also thank you for choosing Kasturba Medical College, Manipal as the destination for your students to do MBBS. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your words have a unique ability to instill motivation and inspiration within the young minds that look up to you with admiration. It is indeed a cherished privilege to listen to your insights as they provide us with the guidance and direction we need to forge ahead on the path of excellence. Nurtured within the soil of appreciation, the seeds of all that is virtuous finds their beginning. On this profound note, I humbly extend my invitation to Dr. Krishnananda Prabhu, the esteemed Associate Dean of KMC Manipal, to graciously deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Honorable Pro-Chancellor Dr. H.S. Ballal, Vice Chancellor Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, Registrar Dr. P. Giridhar Kini, Dean Dr. Padmanaj Hegde, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver vote of thanks at the inaugural ceremony of Med Orient 23-24. I would like to express my profound gratitude to our Pro-Chancellor Dr. H.S. Ballal for his inspiring address. We greatly value his enthusiastic and wholehearted support for the program. Thank you, sir. I am deeply grateful to our chief guest, Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, Vice Chancellor Mahe, for his enlightening address. His thoughts have truly motivated us. I sincerely appreciate our guest of honor and registrar, Dr. P. Giridhar Kini, for releasing the student handbook and his inspiring message. His able guidance has always encouraged us. A hearty thanks to all invited guests, faculty for gracing the occasion. A heartfelt thanks to all students and the proud parents whose participation has made this event a memorable one. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. And thus, we draw to a close this inaugural ceremony. Kindly stand as we await the departure of our esteemed dignitaries. All the students and parents, please be seated as we have further sessions. Thank you.
Students can come forward, can occupy the front rows, please. Dear students, please note, you have been given a number. It is called serial number. That will remain there for you for the entire first year of academics. Please remember that your attendance will be marked against that number. It is not that 9-digit long number. A number preceding your name was there. Just now you identified yourself with that number. Please remember that number forever as long as you're in first year. Okay? Thank you.
we can proudly proclaim that we are the largest tertiary referral center in this region, providing world-class healthcare. And to throw more light on our hospital facilities, we have with us Dr. Avinash Shetty, Medical Superintendent of Kasturba Hospital. Over to you, sir.
My dear students, the respected parents, and my colleagues from Kasturba Medical College, a very good morning to all of you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to briefly give you an overview of Kasturba Hospital. But before that, let me congratulate all the students and express my heartfelt welcome to Manipal family. As our senior staff here mentioned, the Vice Chancellor mentioned that Kasturba Medical College is one of the top medical colleges in the country. And as you all know, there are three things which makes a medical college a great medical college, a top medical college. First and foremost, the quality of teachers. The second, the infrastructure facilities like the state-of-the-art classrooms, the laboratories, the skill labs, the libraries. And the third and most important is the clinical training facilities. As you all know, every medical college must have an associated hospital for clinical training of the students. It's very important to know that what kind of hospital is attached to the medical college when you select a medical college. And I'm very happy to tell you that Kasturba Medical College has one of the largest private teaching hospital as the attached hospital for clinical training. There are only 2 or 3 medical colleges, private medical colleges in the country, which has got a teaching hospital with more than 2,000 beds with 200 plus ICU beds. So the next few minutes, I'll briefly give you an overview of the hospital, the various facilities in the hospital, and the last few slides, a few advice or suggestions for you when you come for clinical posting, and also the medical facilities available for students in the campus. This is the 60th year of our existence. So just like Kasturba Medical College is celebrating 70 years, Kasturba Hospital is celebrating its 60th year of existence. One of the first private medical college to be set up in this part of the country. The hospital is spread over 11 blocks, with a total area of 1.12 million square feet. If you look at the hospital facilities, we have 2,000 plus beds. And one new block is getting added, which will be open by December, and we will have 2,300 beds. We have 240 intensive care beds. We have 17 basic specialties and 27 super specialty services, 26 operation theaters running around the clock, and we have 2 CT scans, 2 MRI machines, and 2 cath labs. Just recently, we inaugurated a new 3 Tesla MRI machine. And we have a PET CT, which is one of the very few hospitals to have this kind of facility, especially to take care of cancer patients. And we have a DEXA scan, again, one of the few hospitals to have these facilities. The hospital has comprehensive cancer care center, which you can see right on the main road, which is named after Shirdi Sai Baba Cancer Hospital, which is also a part of Kasturba Hospital, which is exclusively dedicated for cancer patients. We have a separate dedicated women and child block with the NICU and the medical genetics department, one of the, again, few colleges to have a medical genetics. We have an artificial limb center. Very few hospital in the country has this kind of facility where they prepare a lot of these prostheses and other materials especially for orthopedic patients. We have a reproductive medicine surgery department, earlier known as MARC, that is Manipal Assisted Reproductive Center, which is one of the first center of infertility in the country. Then we have a center for hemophilia. And if you look at the patient load, on an average, we see 3,400 patients in our outpatient department, patient at times reaching more than 4,000, and patients coming from almost entire state of Karnataka and also the neighboring state of Kerala and Goa. And at any given time, we have 1,500 patients admitted inside the hospital, and we have almost performing about 100 plus surgeries daily. So these are our workloads. And as I mentioned, the hospital has got all the state-of-the-art facilities. So they name it CT, LINAC for cancer care, and gamma camera and 128 slides CT. The recently installed MRI, the PET CT facilities, and a digital mammography. The hospital also has an health check launch for giving a facility for community for comprehensive health checkup. And we have a state-of-the-art, one of the best blood banks in the country. We also have some of the additional facility which very few hospital has. We have a skin bank to take care of burn patient. You know, when the patients with severe burns get admitted and treated, they would need skin graft. Earlier we used to get it from Mumbai. Now we have our own skin bank. We also have an eye bank where a lot of people nowadays come forward to donate their eyes, and we are able to perform many surgeries. And recently we have also set up a bone bank. Then we also have a surgical skill lab for training of students as well as nurses. Now if you look at the hospital workforce, we have almost more than 5,000 people working in the hospital. We have 400 plus various consultant doctors working in specialties and super specialty departments. We have 700 plus registrars, junior residents and interns working any point of time. We have 1,700 plus nurses working in the hospital. We have 600 plus technicians and 1,200 odd housekeeping staff and more than 500 staff taking care of various administration responsibilities. Now, hospital is accredited with all the major accreditations. We are one of the first hospital to get accredited with NABH and also ISO, and also our laboratories are accredited with NABL standards. Now, coming to, these are in brief, the hospital facilities. I'm sure as part of your clinical training, you will be spending a lot of time in the hospitals, and in due course, we'll get to know all the other facilities and probably all the areas of the hospital. Now, coming to the hospital postings, when you have your clinical posting in the hospital, need to follow certain guidelines. Make sure you always carry an ID cards, because in the entrance, the security guards will going to ask you about that. So please ensure that you always carry your identity card whenever you visit the hospital. And please abide by the dress codes, which is going to be discussed later by the student affairs, and on your aprons. Then please ensure when you are in the hospital, you follow the infection control practices. You will be trained as soon as you start your clinical posting. So make sure you follow all the infection control practices, be it be wearing a mask or making an hand sanitization practices, whatever guidelines or whatever the advice given to you by your teachers and the clinicians. There are certain hospital guidelines to be followed, which will be discussed in due course. So please ensure you abide by all these guidelines during your clinical posting. Now, coming to the last part of my presentations, as I said, I'm going to also give you a brief description of the medical facilities. Now, I wish all of you remain healthy throughout your career and take care of your health. But in case or whenever you need a medical care, we have a separate student clinic which is established in the hospital. It's on the new OPD block on the first floor near the health check launch. So students can come anytime during the day for any of their health needs. So it's open on all working days except on Sundays and hospital holidays. And on Sundays and hospital holidays, for any medical emergency or any medical care, you can visit our emergency, which is open round the clock. Next to the main road, you can see the green color building, which is open from 8:30 to, of course, the students' clinic is open from 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. And before that, before 8:30 or after 4:30, you can visit emergency center where we have something called green OPD. So this is the medical. Then also we have trauma and emergency, which is available round the clock. And in case a student's required to be admitted, we have a separate student ward with 8 beds for students. So these are the facilities for students. And also some important points we need to remember in case of medical emergency or whenever you have some medical issues, you have the student clinic contact number. You don't have to take down this number, which will be shared with you later. So we have a student clinic. You can always contact the student clinic. Then you have exclusive ambulance help desk service available. So in case you are in hostel or you're staying maybe somewhere else, you can always contact the help desk for ambulance facilities. And also we have the Kasturba Hospital, help desk, which is again available around the clock. Then we have the number for transport department in case you need any help for transport facilities. So all this will be shared with you later. Then whenever you visit a hospital, please make sure if you're staying in the hostel, I believe all of you mostly will be staying in the hostel, your hostel caretakers and wardens. Then for admission, the caretaker is informed, okay, and accompanied for hostelers. And if you're staying outside, please ensure your relatives or friends always accompany you in case of any medical emergency. Then always inform parents, or in case you're not able to contact them, at least your close friends and roommate. Then for any minor issues, again, I would say you can visit student clinic from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or any other emergency facilities. But after that, on holidays or Sundays or after working hours, you can always visit our green OPD. Then also a student clinic is available in the MIT campus, which is again functioning on all days of the week, from morning to 2 hours and evening 2 hours. So we can visit the student clinic in MIT campus also, or you can visit the hospital. And of course, emergency is available around the clock. And please ensure whenever you require an admission or probably a long stay in the hospital, maybe a day, you need to get your ID or admission order, and all of you are covered under Medicare so that you don't have to pay for the treatment. So that's all from the Kasturba Hospital. So once again, I welcome you and wish you all the very best in your future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Books impart knowledge. The state-of-the-art library is one of the assets which Manipal boasts about. To give us an insight into the library facilities, I call upon Dr. Shivananda Bhatt, Chief Librarian, Health Science Library, Manipal.
Yeah, good morning to all of you. Library. The library is located. There are 5 reading halls in the library. Apart from reading halls, you will also find a separate group study area to study in groups, and also you will find one of the unique features of the library is it is kept open on all days in a year, and the working hours of the library is 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m., including Sundays and holidays. So you can make maximum use of the library. The Health Science Library is a central library for all the constituent health science institutions of Manipal Academy for Higher Education at Manipal. Hence, you will find books, journals, print, online related to almost all specialties of health sciences, including medical sciences. The library is having a rich collection of both print and electronic resources. Library is having more than 70,000 books and 35,000 plus e-books, and it subscribes to 9,500 plus online journals, and it subscribes to 30 online databases. These information resources are very much helpful in your learning, in knowing technological developments in healthcare, to keep yourself up to date, and in your research as well. The books related to your specialty, that is medical sciences, you will find in level 2 of the health sciences library. The books are for reference only at the undergraduate level, but you will not find any problem as we keep it open on all days from 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. And even any important chapters you want to have a copy with you, there is a photocopying facility in the library. The journals related to your specialty you will find in level 3, the print journals. And we have an excellent collection of archives as well, the back volumes of the journals, they are in level 4. And in level 4 of the library, you will find a casual reading area also, where you will find the newspapers and general magazines. To know whether such and such book is there in the library or not, we have an online library catalog, which helps you to know the location of a particular book, to know the edition of a particular book, to know the number of copies available in the library on that book. So, library catalog is available. Libraries having 30 plus online databases, which includes Scopus, Web of Science, Clinical Key Student, Springer Link as well. So many of the databases gives you the journals, access to journals, as well as ebooks as well. So all these years you might be using the general search engines to get literature on a particular topic. But instead of in health science, there are many databases which helps you to get a content from authoritative sources. So we have the other databases from McGraw-Hill, from Elsevier, from Wiley, from BMJ, almost all leading publishers' content the library is subscribing to, and you could access them as and when you require. So library is having a web page in the campus network, which helps you to get access to the ebooks, online journals, databases, catalog, open access resources, and even we subscribe to a premium version of Grammarly that also you could access. And even previous year's question papers you could access from library web page. And the full details of the library, its resources and its services have been given as an overview in the library web page. How to access the digital library? Yes, in the library we have internet kiosks in all the reading halls. You could access from the internet kiosk. We have a computer lab in the level 3 of the library. You could access the digital resources from the computer lab. And also you could access remotely using your laptop or through your mobile. So we use a software called Open Athens to access the library web page remotely. To access the library web page, you have to use your institutional email ID as a username, and password which you are using to access that institutional email ID, you have to use it as a password. So from your institution, we will get a list of students along with your institutional email IDs. Once we get that, we will integrate that with the software, and then we will send a mail to you stating that now you could access to the remote access. We will provide you the URL as well. So once you have that URL and the email ID, you could access to the library web page from your laptop, from wherever, from the hostels, or if you are from anywhere in the campus and off the campus as well. To conduct a literature search, we have used a discovery service, and we named it as single window search. It acts like a Google, a search engine. But the difference is, it searches the contents from the library subscribed resources, and it gives you, these are the books which are available on your subject, these are the articles which are available on the topic. So we have provided that facility as well in the library web page. So these are the services provided by the library. Internet access to Wi-Fi, photocopying facilities there throughout the working hours of the library. Computer services are there, even color printing facility also we provide. You can access internet also from the library. Remote access, a literature search service. Whenever you want literature on a particular topic, yes, we provide them as well. Even we provide you the training in accessing the resources. We have the research support tools like Grammarly and Turnitin. We also conduct author workshops. And yes, coming to the rules and regulations, whenever you come to library, please bring your ID card. If it has not been already issued, please please bring a copy of the admission order and show it to the security. Otherwise, they will not allow you to enter into the library. Your bags, etc., we have a property counter in the entrance of the library. Please keep it there before you enter into the reading hall. Please don't use mobiles in the reading halls. As you know, reading needs concentration. For concentration, silence is required. And maintain silence in the library. So each floor is having a reference counter. In case you find any problem in locating a book or finding an information, you can contact the counter staff or you can contact myself. I am available in the first floor of the library. Wish you all the best. And these are the contact details. Wish you all the best. Enjoy reading in Search the Health Sciences Library. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The hostels within this campus are surely going to be home away from home. To brief us about the hostels, we have with us the Chief Warden, Colonel Vinod Bhaskar.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Colonel Vinod Bhaskar, the Chief Warden of Mahe. I look after both the health sciences and the technical campus. The structure of the hostels is such. You have Madam Vasanti Pai, who is the chairperson, and the Chief Operating Officer to whom I report to, followed by Zolo Stays, who will also be speaking to you. They're an entity to whom we have outsourced the daily maintenance and upkeep of the hostels. We also have the caretakers and the hostel wardens who are part of your faculty. So basically, the students have to keep in touch with the caretakers, the wardens, then me, and then you can try God and your parents. Boys' hostels, now most of the stuff is available online, or you already know. I won't take up much of your time. Allotment of rooms, you're already aware. Now, there will be no change of room without permission from the Chief Warden's office. We are trying to keep the first-year students away from the senior students for their own comfort so that they get to know each other also, and there is no friction. Students can migrate from the room that they're given to another room. They have to put their name in a waiting. It may take some time, but we will get it done. But I would ask you to have patience. Now, most of you try and get medical certificates or something like that, but you please remember that everybody has a problem. We will try our best to shift you to a better room as and when the vacancy arises and your name comes up in the waiting. Anybody wanting to vacate the hostel will require the parents' permission. And the hostel fees for the year will not be given, only the utility fees. Absence. Any student proceeding on a vacation or leave, they have to get permission from the teacher guardian and the Chief Warden's office. And if it's a longer stay, we need permission from the parents too. Now, absenting, we have a certain time which we've laid down in the hostels. These times are for your own safety and security. It will take you some time to get used to this place, and we need you to adhere to these timings. If you are getting late for some reason, please give us a call. Fines and everything is secondary, but we do get worried, and we'd like you to keep us informed. If there is a problem, kindly phone us. The facilities in the hostels you're aware of, you have uninterrupted power supply, drinking water, solar heated water, common TV room, Wi-Fi. If any of this is not working, we will fix it. Please don't try fixing it yourself. Cooking is strictly prohibited. I know you guys are going to make Maggie in your room, but not. Now food, please try out all the messes. You can change every month. But let us know by the 25th of the month if you're changing. I hear this common complaint that everything tastes the same, all the different dals that they make, everything that tastes the same. I can only say that the cure for monotonous menu is marriage. Repair maintenance, I've told you, please don't try it yourself. We have a team for this. You give us your complaint, it will be done. If it's still not done, you can tell Zolo or the caretaker or finally me. Tell your parents at the very end when all hope is lost. I keep hearing parents when my son is disciplined. I've already told you about the time. Actually, to be very honest, I have very little problem from the MBBS students because they are too busy, just too busy to do anything. The biggest problems I have is I don't like my roommate. And it's mostly the girls, I don't know why, for what reason. Conserve water. Now try and switching off all the, because biggest problem is all of you leave your ACs on and then the neighboring rooms start sweating and then the puddles everywhere and then fungus. And you can approach me anytime. Anytime you see me on the road also, please come and introduce yourself and tell me your problem. Don't feel shy. Now, don't be weird also. I was watching this movie, Mission Impossible, and this kid next to me says, "Are you the chief warden?" I said, "Yes." He says, "I've got fungus in my room." So I told him that's Mission Impossible too, cleaning it. Things prohibited. It's all the good stuff, but do it when you start earning your own money, not now. Ragging. Don't do it. Substance abuse. Now, every now and then I find this thing, that somebody has come back late because they went out and got drunk and they want to experiment and all this thing. Okay, you want to experiment, but I had this kid who comes and says he was drunk and he fell down and came back to the room and vomited also. I said, "What did you do?" He's from Bihar, so there's prohibition over there, so he came and he wanted to experiment. He said, "I went to the bar and I said, 'Give me your best drink,' and that guy gave him tequila. Tequila shots is for advanced entry students or advanced entry guys. Even I don't take shots. I don't remember what happens next day. Now, I am the hostel warden, not a jail warden. So I am here to keep you safe. Something more like a wildlife warden, probably. Keep you all safe. And if you have, keep you happy. And I do not encourage pairing like other wildlife wardens. Beaches. The beaches are dangerous. Even if you are an expert swimmer, please don't try it. The waters are very rough in the Arabian Sea. Curfew hours, told you again. Please adhere to those timings. First month is going to be 9:30, next month 10:30, and then after that 12. Although I'm told some parents are not very happy about this 12 o'clock time. If you insist, I will ensure that your kid comes back in time. Now you're all here, please try and adjust. I get this weird requests, and some parent came and told me that my son is a vegetarian and his roommate is a non-vegetarian. So I'm sure non-vegetarians don't eat their roommates, but still, I will find them if they do. Parents are allowed to visit the hostel. There are the timings laid down, but if in case you need some special time, you need some adjustment in the time, it can be done. Please approach me. We'll make sure. Men are not allowed in the girls' hostel and vice versa. I think that's... If there are any doubts on that, please let me know. Any parents coming can reserve. We have guest houses here. You can reserve guest rooms. The student can do it for them. Send us an email or fill up a form. Just let us know. If it's available, it will be given to you. Sickness is already mentioned. We have dedicated caretakers we just established, men and women, to make sure that the student is taken to the hospital if required. And if he needs an escort or needs a constant supervision, the caretaker will stay there with him. I make it a point to contact the student also and find out if anything's wrong. The parents will be informed. And we will make sure there is ambulance. Don't worry, your MBBS students will take care of you. My address is there. Please feel free to find out and walk up to me anytime. And wish you all a very warm welcome once again. And do not hesitate to contact me, anything you need. We are here for you. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I'm Major Taniva. I'm from Zolo Stays. So I'm closely working with the Chief Warden. So I'll be the one who will be taking care of your all hostel requirements end to end. So for all your maintenance, for all your housekeeping and all your requirements to the hostel, you will always find my team there on the ground. So kindly contact them, approach them for all your requirements starting today till you graduate from the course. So in order to do so, there is an app, Zolo Scholar. It is a one-stop solution for you all. You download that app, and through that app, you will be able to raise any kind of complaints pertaining to your hostel, whether there is a requirement of cleaning or some maintenance, right? You'll be able to say that through the app itself. So I would request everybody to kindly download the app. The second point is that for all the hostlers, we have catered for the welcome kits, which will be available like after your orientation or maybe when you go for lunch, right below TMFI hall, right on the back side of it. We have an experience zone set up for you. Please collect your welcome kits. This is for all the hostlers. Kindly carry your hostel allotment letter. My team will ask you all to write your registration number, your name, your mobile number, hostel and room number. You show the admission, hostel allotment slip and kindly collect your kit. For anything and everything, if you need, kindly connect with all the Zolo team over here. You can take down their numbers also if you feel so it's required. So kindly approach them, right? And best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's take a short break. Students and parents, you are requested to go to TMFI Hall 2, which is one floor down this building, for the tea, and you have to assemble back in this auditorium by 11 a.m. So please go to TMFI Hall 2 for the tea break.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ 23-24 ಈಗ ನಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೌದು
University Grants Commission, UGC, has framed regulations to curb the same. These regulations are mandatory and all institutions are required to take the necessary steps for its implementation. To take a step further, the UGC has decided to observe 12th August as Anti-Ragging Day, followed by Anti-Ragging Week from August 12th to August 18th. This initiative stands as a tool of the Commission to spread awareness regarding ragging. For the same, at Kasturba Medical College, Manipal, the Student Council is conducting various events this week. These events include competitions like essay writing and e-poster making and awareness talks, street plays and anti-ragging movies, video screening. Motivated to fight ragging, they stand determined to make sure that an environment is created which fosters growth and safety for everyone. Video screening. Motivated to fight ragging, they stand determined to make sure that an environment is created which fosters growth and safety for everyone. Video screening. Motivated to fight ragging, they stand determined to make sure that an environment is created which fosters growth and safety for everyone. Video screening. Motivated to fight ragging, they stand determined to make sure that an environment is created which fosters growth and safety for everyone. Video screening.
Dear students, Dear students and parents, as per the order of Supreme Court of India and subsequent notification from University Grants Commission, ragging constitutes a serious offence and any student or group of students found guilty of ragging in the campus or even outside the campus shall be liable for severe punishment. I am very happy to note that the Anti-Ragging Week is being observed as per the UGC guidelines by MAHE and its constituent institutions to create awareness and educate the students by organizing a range of positive reinforcement activities for orienting students and molding their personality for better cause. Several activities such as poster and essay competitions, street plays, activities for orienting students and molding their personality for better cause. Several activities such as poster and essay competitions, street plays, activities for orienting students and molding their personality for better cause. Awareness sessions by legal experts and short movie screenings have been planned over the entire week. Ragging has implications to the victims and to the people who indulge in ragging. To the victim, it will have physical, emotional, and psychological effects and causes a huge dent in the victim's morale. Abusive acts have a grave effect on one's personality and may cause irreparable damage. To the students or student groups that indulge in ragging, it has disciplinary implications including rustication, criminal proceedings, and legal actions. Ragging is a very unhealthy and deleterious form of introduction, orientation, and social bonding with the new students, and we at MAHE have a zero tolerance to ragging. There are alternate, healthy ways of interaction which are more effective and free of adverse effects of ragging, such as fresher parties, social gatherings under the supervision of the authorities, interactive games involving seniors and juniors, community work, short trips, games, and other such activities. These activities feed the curiosity and enable friendly socialization. I wish the students and faculty of various institutions of MAHE the very best for this week-long endeavor, and I am sure it would go a long way in curbing the menace of ragging and help build a healthy and a friendly campus environment. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
My dear students and parents, in order to prevent the menace of ragging, the University Grants Commission, popularly known as UGC, has framed regulations to curb the same. These regulations are mandatory and all institutions are required to take the necessary steps for its implementation. To take a step further, the UGC has decided to observe 12th August as the Anti-Ragging Day, followed by Anti-Ragging Week from August 12th to 18th. This initiative stands as a tool of the Commission to spread awareness regarding ragging. For the same, MAHE with its faculty and students councils are conducting various events this week. These events include competitions like essay writing and e-poster making and awareness talks, street plays, anti-ragging movies and video screening. Motivated to fight ragging, they stand determined to make sure that an environment is created that fosters growth and safety for everyone. I appreciate the efforts made by the students of various institutions of MAHE, and I wish the efforts of the students every success. Thank you.
In order to In order to prevent the menace of ragging, the University Grants Commission, UGC, has framed regulations to curb the same. These regulations are mandatory and all institutions are required to take the necessary steps for its implementation.
Manipal University puts in a lot of trust on the safety and security rendered by the campus safety. To give us an insight onto this, may I call upon Dr. Prabhudev Mane, Chief Operating Officer, Campus Safety, MAHE. We request all the students and the parents to be seated for the session. Thank you.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ. Good morning. No voice. Good morning. You are all 250 students. No voice in this campus. Good morning. I will not create any threat because basically I am ex-police officer. I will not create you. I am taking you friendly. Don't worry. Myself, I am Prabhudev Mane, Chief Operating Officer, Campus Safety. On behalf of Chancellor and management of the MAHE, extend a hearty welcome to this esteemed university and wish you have a wonderful and fruitful stay here. To briefly introduce myself, I am a ex-police officer. I served for this district. Total entire service, my service is at the age of 20 years I joined police, nearing 40 years I served. Briefly, what is safety? How they will help you in day-to-day life for our students, faculties. We are issuing ID cards after receiving all data from the admission sections. Immediately, we will issue ID cards. Then we will help you. I have already distributed how to get a vehicle sticker and all the details I have given. If you have vehicle, we will issue vehicle sticker also in this campus. And regular grievances, we are taking care and providing all assistance, police purpose, all verification purpose, any other purpose, definitely we will provide our security vehicles, maybe hospital, maybe any issues, definitely we will help you. Conducting a beat patrol, how the local police, they are conducting in their jurisdiction, likewise here also, we will take care through our security people, beats. Regularly we are doing day and night, 24/7. We are, our security peoples always behind you. And we are issuing passes for endpoint, marina, library, for parents purpose, for guest purpose. Regularly we are issuing, you can collect advance passes from 107 EDU building. Then luckily, all are in Indira hostel, maybe that is very near to our security control room. Just you can cross one road, then you can enter EDU building, library area, basement area is our security control room. You know, we have divided 3 parts. Security, we have divided 3 wings. You are all in basic health science area. You are sitting in the basic health science area. EDU building is also in this area. Your classrooms, your colleges, all comes under health science area. And another one is engineering college, MIT area. And third one is hospital. We have divided in 3 parts. Each parts we have kept maximum security for the safety of students, faculties, and our property. Our motto is, our objective. Please listen, our objective to attend complaints within a maximum 4 hours. For any complaints, we will attend immediately within 4 hours. And our response time is 10 to 50 minutes. In hospital area, 4 to 5 minutes. For any incidents, we will reach within 4 to 5 minutes. Even colleges, MIT area, health science area, 10 to 15 minutes, we will reach a particular incident. Then our recovery is 75%. Any lost and found, our purpose is to recover 75% and conduct a mock drill. Fire safety officer is, chief fire safety officer is with security. He is taking care. Once in a year, twice, he will conduct a fire drill, evacuation drill. He is one of the best officer in our campus. And unclaimed property. So many umbrellas, so many books, so many pen drives, so many student-related things. Whole year we will collect, and one fine day we will auction for in front of students, faculty. On 31st, yesterday, we have cleared all the student articles. This is security office. I have already told that is Mahe control room, MIT and Kasturba Medical College. We have kept officers. And this is infrastructure. We have more than 2,500 cameras. Very smart cameras we have fixed. Access control in all the hostels. And we have 3 campus patrol. And motorcycles also, how the local police having in the police station. Likewise, we have kept all the facilities in campus. You see the officers, this is officer strength. We have kept more than 55 security booths inside the entire campus. We have around 90 numbers of security tags we have fixed entire campus through the reader. Our security staff, they will conduct beats. Every classrooms, every hostels, every buildings, they will cover day and night for the safety of our students. These are the security guidelines. We at Mahe give topmost priority to the safety and welfare of the student community. Hence, I assure you, parents, please go back your respective places. Definitely, we will take care just like our own children. Though all care is taken to ensure the safety of the students by all concerned, however, due to non-adherence of the laid-down security procedure, there have been unfortunate incidents like drowning, accidents, etc. in this campus. This is a student handbook. And dress code already, each institution, they made. This is our campus petrol vehicle. EV vehicle we have kept. For hospital purpose, we are providing security, campus petrol vehicle, police station purpose, security control room, any issues, any incidents like fire, etc., we will help through our vehicles. Already, nowadays, rainy season, beaches are very dangerous. Please don't go that side. I have seen number of cases in my earlier police service. So many students' deaths I have seen. And trekking is also very dangerous. This is a complaint form. It is available in a control room. Control room is working 24/7 in 3 shifts. You can write your name, address, roll number, then briefly you can write incidents. If it is possible, they will help within 4 hours. Then if it is not possible, they will approach local police. Through local police, they will help you. These are the lost and found. In case of ID is, ID card, identification, access, and Medicare. These 3 things it will cover. Loss of ID card, immediately you have to report 107 or 30 EDU building. Immediately they will arrange another card at the cost of 500 rupees. Be careful. And frauds, debit cards, credit cards, frauds are regularly happening. In case of any IT-related cases, you can approach Sen police station, that is in Udupi. That is cyber enforcement narcotic. Each district having one police station. Only they will deal only IT-related and cyber crime, narcotic issues, they will deal. These are your items. I have given important telephone numbers. In case of any emergency, please you can immediately call them. They will help you. Our security motto is to help our students, faculties, and safeguard for our university property. And don't keep huge money in a hostel or classroom. These are the security tips. I have given how to obtain a vehicle sticker, how to enter Mahe campus. With a sticker only you can enter, those who are having vehicles. We are doing regularly bicycle patrolling. Quick reaction team we have. More than 400 guards, terrier security. Regularly they are doing their duties. Please cooperate them. You can also help them, and in turn definitely they will help you, because we have given very good training. Politeness, obedience, loyalty, integrity, courage, efficiency, these are all things we have already, we trained them. And you can always, you can learn from security. You should always smile. Number 1 point, you should always smile. Then don't allege. Don't allege anybody. वो सिक्योरिटी ठीक नहीं है, वो अंदर नहीं छोड़ता है, ये गाड़ी पकड़ता है, वो हेलमेट पकड़ता है. Don't allege, because they are doing for the safety of students. You can cooperate, you can respect. In turn, automatically they will respect you. They are very high regards about our students. And be positive. Always you can think positive. Don't think negative. It is not possible. Don't give answers such like answers. Don't give. It is possible, sir. You can tell always positive. These are the 3 important things. Smiling, don't allege against anybody, and be positive. And lastly, we have more than 100 guards. Beautiful training we have given. Just like commandos. 100 guards, we have 100 team. we have made, in case of any emergency in this campus, so many incidents happening in the hospital. At that time, at least 30 minutes, they will prevent any incidents before arrival of the local police. That much help these commandos they are giving. In case of fire, these are the things you can please note. This is very important. Life is very precious life. And you can see helmet cost is ISI marked nearing 1,000 rupees. You can think what about a life cost? And we have kept more than 5-6 places suggestion boxes. If you have any problem, you can put suggestions in that box. Immediately we will rectify as early as possible. Before concluding my orientation, I have seen best doctors, 6 best doctors in this world. One is sun, Suraj. Number 1, Suraj. Number 2, rest. Rest is also doctor. Exercise and diet, then self-respect, then friends. These are the 6 best doctors in this world. I have seen, I have heard. And lastly, I will tell 4-5 points. Personal safety is very important. You should take care and keep your health in good condition. You can use Marina, you can go end point. At least 30 minutes you can walk up to the end point. We have already given access for students. You can show your admission card till arrival of the ID card. You can show your admission. Then you can enter morning 6 to 8, evening 4 to 6:30. Timing is there. At that time, if possible, you can go at least 30 minutes. Then study hard, because you have already, with all hard working, you came here. Then again, 4.5 years plus 1 year internship, you have to do it. Within this period, you can go out from the college, go out from this college, no back, nothing. Aim should be there. Within 5.5 years, you can finish your courses and then you can join master courses, PG. Then always keep touch with your parents, because I have seen, this is my 9th orientation. 9 years I am regularly doing. I have seen number of students. First 15 days they are murmuring. Up to 1 month they are murmuring. Food is not good, stay is not good, and no friends, nothing. First time you came out from your house, and so many complaints. After 1 month, I have to see your faces. You all people, you forget your parents also. I have seen, this is the situation in Mahaya campus. Mahaya campus is one of the best campus. By the God grace, you luckily got a seat here and taken very good, chosen very good course. Because my son is also orthopedician. Our doctor is here, Kiran Acharya sir. My son is his student. Now he is working in Mahaya as an associate professor. That's why I am loving all the doctors. Because of my son is in that profession, that's why more affection is with only medical dental students. Then bring automatically your result will become in good manner, and bring your good name for your college, parents, your all friends. These things you can keep in your mind. And young friends, lastly, we are all tourists. I have heard in Bhagavad Gita, we are all tourists. God is our travel agent. And already, who has already identified our routes. That's why you came here. Bookings and destinations already written. Please trust him and pray him. Enjoy with the Mahe campus with all safety. Any help, you can come EDU building. I am available EDU building 107 for any help. 24/7 I will help you. Don't worry. With all this, good luck for you. Parents, please, you can, with all assurance, you can go back your respective places and wish you all the best. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Be the hand that lifts others up. Working on these lines is a dedicated team from Student Affairs, Mahe. We now have with us Dr. Arvind Kumar Pandey, Associate Professor, Department of Anatomy, KMC Manipal, who is also the Deputy Director of Student Affairs, Mahe, to address the gathering.
A pleasant morning to all. Educated and enlightened children, along with ethics and human values, they are not only asset to the family, but the whole nation. This is a beautiful line quoted by our founder, Dr. T.M. Pai. I am representing here Department of Student Affairs, Mahe. Along with our founder lines, our vision is to make sure or ensure or facilitate your journey from beginner to expert. This is our team. Here you can see the director, Student Affairs, and we have 3 deputy directors, 2 from technical science, and I am from health sciences. Even we have campuses in Mangalore, Bangalore, and Jamshedpur. So there also we have deputy directors. So as I told you, this is the main vision, and with this we want you to also support us to make your journey smooth. And I already told previous speaker, we want you to finish your course on given time. Again, once I say competent with values, we have few things in mind. I want you to learn and understand about it. We have something we want you to make expert clinician. This is all as a role of physician. We want you to be a leader in the given profession. We want you to be a good communicator. We want you to be a lifelong learner. Again, good, expert, professional. These all 5 things, whatever we have mentioned here, they are role of Indian medical graduate, what we say competent Indian medical graduate. So these 5 things are not going to achieve in overnight, right? We have to work for it, we have to sweat for it. And to achieve this, we say everything is there in your hand. We are just here to facilitate you. So what is there in your hand? Generally our Pro-Vice Chancellor says, we have to do hard work. Then commitment. If your commitment is very clear, you will not feel tired. Then knowledge. Then creativity, and last is further professionalism. So these 5 things we are going to achieve, again, as per our guidance and as we are here to guide you. So your responsibilities, why I'm telling you, is very important, because so far you are there under supervision of your parents and family. How many of you are going to stay first time in the hostel? Just raise your hand. We can say more than 95% going to stay first time in the hostel. So dear residents, it's very important because this is your transforming phase. Not only academically, it's also health-wise, it's also, again, emotional-wise, and most of you are from outside, from Manipal, so maybe adjustment issues. So these all are very common thing, and trust me, this is temporary. Once you start classes, you start mingling with the friends, start
This is going to be again removed, and we are going to enjoy our campus life, studies, and other things. So what we suggest you, so far your parents were there, as I told you, to wake you up, उठ जाओ बेटा, बहुत देर हो गया, right? खाना खा लो, breakfast कर लो, this, that, and all. Now you have to do by your own, and slowly we have to transform to become a dependent on, right? Again, our security advisors already told, this is your property. So for anything, don't share and give this ID card to someone else. So far you don't have ID card, so what happens? Whatever your admission order is there, it acts like your identity card, right? And see this picture? How many of you want to be like this? How many of you like not be like this? How many of you like this person? Don't like, right? By seeing these photographs, what do you think? This person is, first thing comes in your mind? Obeys. Okay, talk loudly. Then? Angry, very good. Not properly dressed. Look like you're stressed, overburdened, right? What do you think? This all, such type of doctors we want to visit? Yes or no? Talk loudly. No, yes. So, again, behind this, only one thing is what? Unhealthy lifestyle. You have not managed well your time, your profession, and also whatever personal ways. So, these all are, we know, unhealthy lifestyle. I'm not going to tell you, know about this, right? So, here again, I want to stress, again, we want to again tell you, these all are making you unhealthy, and by, if you're following this, you're not going to achieve what we want you as a competent Indian medical graduate. Again, I want to stress upon this. Healthy lifestyle, once we say, at least take 1 hour for exercise. If you can't exercise, at least go for a walk. This Manipal is a very good place. We have nearby forest, we have beach, we have mountain, we have good heritage in around. Again, after me, sir is going to talk about heritage and cultural things in around Manipal. We have to enjoy it. And only you can enjoy when we have time management properly, right? And again, always we suggest, 8:30 your class will start. And if you get up by 8:15, what happened? So generally suggest at least 2 hours before you get up, right? Go and have breakfast and give time to yourself. Usually what happens? 8:15, 8:20 if you get up. Again, we should not say that, because sometimes in exam, without brushing someone is coming, without bath someone is coming. Other than your things, your examiners are getting tensed, right? So please take care of yourself and take care of your health. I think we all know this Gandhiji 3 monkeys, right? So it's very unique thing about this. Whatever is happening against social media or any other places, we simply give values what is not required at all. So generally what we suggest, don't see, don't hear, and don't talk anything that is not going to add value. Simple. Maybe social media, maybe you are using mobile, and simply you are saying something else. After 1 second, second after third, and simply you are wasting your time. So you have to use it judiciously. Again, Manipal, here we are very strict, and we advise you, say no to bad habits, especially alcohol and drugs. And we have policy for that, and we don't tolerate anyone involved in this activity directly or indirectly. Again, about the health, already I told, I think medical superintendent had told. So we have a student clinic, and already numbers are there with you, and you can utilize this facility. Not we have only reading things, we have also we encourage extracurricular activities. So we have again even, I think already we have given your details, whatever your hobbies and all. If you don't have hobbies also, you can inculcate from now itself. Okay, we'll encourage you to participate. So we have different teams, different clubs, and we have competition among the class, again into the batches, university level, and even we encourage our students to go outside and compete. Now I think more than 200 our students now there in Pondicherry. They are representing our college. As I told you, we have almost, whatever you name, we have it. Whatever club you say. Again, if you think that something is not there, we can come and approach us. We are going to have it. Okay? So we want you to, again, not only the book bomb, we have to be involved in these facilities. This is one of the unique things in the Manipal. So not only academic, we are going to involve in the research, we are going to involve in curricular, sports and all. And believe me, we have seen whoever is involved in these things, they become better one in the life and the further. I think we have seen already Marina, right? How many have seen Marina? Most of you. If you're not seen, again, we are going to have a foundation course. There we are going to take you each and every infrastructure, whatever we have that we are proud of. See, again, we have inter-sports competitions. So we have inter-sports or intercultural as a class level, we say verb. Then after that, further, we have at higher level, we say Utsav. Then also we have Invictus. Here we invite students from all over India. Last Invictus, we have more than 800 students, more than 30 medical institutes participated with us. And the program was, finally concluded by a live show by Shan. So Shan was there with us as a live thing. Again, parents kindly note, vehicles are actually not required in the Manipal, in and around only 5 to 10 minutes distance. So usually we will not encourage students to go for, again, vehicle. Okay, so please, and if you are going to have by something special cases, then kindly follow the safety rules. Why I'm saying you this? Because every year we lose 2 and 3 hour students in these road traffic accidents. Again, everyone told about the social media and cyber things. Again, I'm saying you, kindly use appropriately. Because again, what happens sometimes, we'll be in a hurry to make friends. And you start sharing your personal thing, your OTP and other things. So we suggest you, be careful when you are sharing your private personal informations to anyone, because later we have also seen it will be misused by the near and dear one itself. Again, we everyone say swimming, but again, yes, our beach is 10 kilometers from here. So I'm not saying you don't go there, enjoy, but don't go and do any adventure. You say if you are a swimmer in your place, swimmer in your river, can't work here. Okay, so please be careful. Again, she and all, every year we lose 2 to 3 students in this adventure. Ranking. Again, we have zero tolerance. Usually what happens? Your seniors will get ragged, they will wait for juniors to come, right? But here what happens? Your seniors are also not get ragged, so they are not going to do anything. But still, we advise you, because we don't know who and what, because we have 30,000 plus students in our campus, 30,000 plus. And if something goes wrong to you, directly you can report us, and we suggest you for few 2-3 months, because you don't know place in around. Go with your friends. Don't try to adventure alone. We have grievances cell. If you think that something is to be improved or there is something to grievance, we can report us. Again, we have internal committee. Here we talk about all those things, whatever you think that is need to be reported. This is my favorite slide. So see this upper part, what we can make out here? This iceberg, right? If you see the upper part is 1/3 what we see in anyone whom you know that this person is competent, achieved everything in the life, and we don't know 2/3 whatever is there below the water. What is below the water? Their failure, their sacrifice, their other related issues. But good thing what? This, whatever we know, this idle person or prominent personality, they will give importance to what? They are distracted by anything else. They were prominent passion wanted to achieve. So we want you also to achieve by focusing on these qualities. And this we have to start from day 1. Here we have student support system is very important. So each and every level we have a student support system, department level, college level, university level. Again, after my thing, Shobha ma'am is going to talk about the mentoring program, but it's a teacher guardian program. Here we are going to allot one teacher, and that teacher is going to be a single point of contact for parents and even for the student. Doesn't mean that you have to only approach the teacher guardian. After 2-3 months, we'll be knowing so many teachers, so many people. You are free to approach any one of us, and all are here to help you. Later in detail, ma'am will talk about this. Then again, we have a lot of things, what we say student support system. Other than this, we say counseling. So what happens, this we have a lot of counselors. Altogether, we have 12 counselors in whole Mahe, 7 counselors with us in health sciences. They are already ready for you, and they will be available. We can approach them. These all are counselors. Then if counselors are not going to help you in that way, we have next level of support system. We have student support system, we have clinical psychology and psychiatry. And remember, whatever you report, whatever things will disclose to them, it will be confidentially maintained. Okay? Then a lot of awareness program we'll do, not only just to create about the academic culture. And in around Manipal, we create workshops like Nasa Mukt Bharat and other things, whatever about that public relations, against public speaking and all. You can see this, we have again partnered with Udupi district, and with Udupi district, we'll conduct a lot of awareness program in around Manipal. All schools, college and all we go and we conduct this program. This again, we are not going to discriminate you by any ways, and even we ask you also not to do. And with this, we have also different types of gender sensitization program. Here we have our newsletter, we say Hitaisi, and we'll contribute a lot of things here. Even you are invited to contribute for this article. These are emergency point of contacts for student affairs, and already we have shared with your handbook, we can check there, these numbers are there. Then these all are numbers again, it is there in handbook, we can see that. Here we have again, you want to report something anonymous, you don't want to disclose your details, name, here also you can do that. Believe me, a lot of informations will get from the peer itself. They only come and tell us, this person or see, he is not behaving properly, something has happened, some abnormal sign and symptoms, and we save them, we approach them, we'll try to help them in that way. So you also can observe, if something is going wrong, you can report to us. So this is our department website. If you want to know in detail about Department of Student Affairs, activities and other things, we can scan this and we can know in detail about that. So we'll conclude this, focus on your goals, not on your fear. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We at KMC Manipal understand that our students need support in every step of their lives. In this regard, I request Dr. Shobha U. Kamath, Additional Professor of Biochemistry, KMC Manipal, and the Coordinator of Mentoring Cell to brief us about the objectives of the Mentoring Cell.
Good morning, and congratulations for choosing Kasturba Medical College, Manipal for your undergraduate MBBS course. Now, I shall briefly take you through the functioning of the mentor cell and mentoring scheme that exists in Kasturba Medical College, Manipal. This is our organizational chart. Dr. Padmaraj Hegde, Dean, Dr. Krishnanand Prabhu, Associate Dean, are our chief advisors, me being the chief coordinator, and then we have Dr. Arvind Pandey, just spoke on student affairs, Dr. Vinita Bhatt, Dr. Dhiren Punja, Dr. Vinod Naik are the members of Mentor Cell, and all preclinical faculty members are going to be the mentors. About 6 to 8 students will be assigned to one mentor. All preclinical faculty members are mentors, and each mentor will have 6 to 8 students as their mentees. Mentorship is one of the best practices of KMC Manipal, and we as a team feel that it is our responsibility and our ability to serve the community. So perhaps that makes us unique. These are the objectives of the mentor cell: to identify and to address the issues in mentoring, to interact with the parents and to establish a bridge between students, parents and mentors, and to help students get adjusted at each level, maybe institution level, hostel level, and with the surroundings. And also to help students to develop strategies to overcome stress. Basically, mentors look into these aspects, that is academic progress, and also monitors students' attendance, addresses health issues, and always keep in touch with parents. Dear students, these are the 3 A's to remember: attention, attendance, and academics. And we as teachers mentors mainly concentrate on these 3 A's when they decrease, that is less attention, low performance, and low academics, poor performance. So we concentrate on these 3 things. I'm not going into details, but please take care of these 3 A's. If a student is facing a problem that needs professional counseling or medical treatment, what do we do as mentors? We identify this, we inform the administrators, we will be in touch with the parents through phone or emails, and then immediately we forward the students to either to counselors or to the hospital. And we have best counseling system here, student counselors are there, student support system is there, and we have a very good hospital. But my request to all of you here, at least for a few weeks, whenever you suppose you fall sick, please inform the caretakers at the hostel first, inform your roommate or your best friend, whoever it is, inform through phone one's parents, and definitely you have to inform your mentor, because you do not know where to go, whom to meet, whom to consult. That's most important, because many times you just go on your own to the hospital and will be sitting in the OPD or emergency department for 2 to 3 hours without doing anything. It has happened like that, and we receive the phone calls from parents. So to avoid all this, I request all the students, if you need any medical help, please inform the mentor, and the mentor shall guide you how to go, where to go and whom to consult. And also, I request you all to carry your admission order copy and Aadhaar card number, if you remember. I think that is sufficient whenever you go to hospital. And initially, probably small amount of money, because till your other card and other things get settled. Okay? So this is most important, practical problem. That's why I thought I should talk about it. Because only when you fall sick, you will know the importance of it. So this is about addressing health issues. And this is for actually mentors and parents both. We mentors keep in touch with the parents, but again, I request the parents to keep in touch with mentors as well as their wards and discuss about the regularity. So I don't have to say again. What I mean by regularity is academics and attendance. That's all. I hope all of us will know, and we are mature enough to know about it. Please take care of this. And these are the few issues. These are the few may lead to lack of interest initially, because you may be missing your home, missing your even pets, missing your friends. This should not happen. Why this should not happen? You will lose your focus. Again, when I say focus, again it is academics, and that leads to other things, attendance and all this. We should not lose focus. This should not happen. So you can identify your interest, which is very important, and mentors can help you, because MAHE provides ample opportunities in other extracurricular and co-curricular activities. Enough and enough opportunities in sports, culturals, literary and other avenues. From Cultural Coordination Committee MAHE, we keep hosting concerts. Next, in November, we have a flute concert from Pandit Praveen Ghodkindi. So we keep hosting concerts, we keep having competitions, we keep having all activities. So it's better you concentrate in these activities also to some extent without, academics is the most important one, because I'm very careful. Academics is the most important one, but you can also have some activities of sports, cultural, literary and others. We believe that it's very important to it gives a holistic approach to higher education, and we as Team MAHE believe in this. And mentors also help you to develop your research ideas in research. They may guide you, they may encourage you to do some research, and also they may encourage and may give some advices in attending attending competitions and quizzes international or state level and national level. So you can get a lot of information from mentors. It is important that you have to meet them. That's most important. See, you need not meet the mentor with the problem always. No, you can meet the mentor to develop the bonding. So every problem has a solution, but we can avoid once again a lot of problems ourselves. Even then, despite of all this, if you have problem, we are there to help you. So the next question is how frequently you should meet the mentors. Initially, probably weekly once, just come, meet them and say that I'm all right, I'm getting adjusted, I don't have any problem. So we are also happy, your parents are happy, you are also probably happy. So first 2 months, maybe weekly once, and later you can meet fortnightly or monthly or as and when you wish to meet the mentors. When is a mentor available? During office hours. But if you have any problem, then could be any time round the clock, either through phone or in person, only at times of need. That's why I put that in red, because sometimes the students may call at 1 o'clock, it has happened, and then they just say, I have to go home at, my flight is at 8 o'clock, can I go? No. With this, I would like to raise this point once again. For first year students, there are some protocols to follow. If you have to go home or if you have to take some short vacation, you have to fill the hostel absence form first. Before that, your parents have to send mails to the mentor saying that so and so is coming home on so and so date. Very important, parents have to send mail, protocol. Point number 1, parents have to send mail. Point number 2, you have to fill the hostel absence form, and then only you have to approach the mentor, and mentor is going to sign on that paper. For first year students, this is very important. Please, most of the times, flight is at 6 o'clock, and they try to approach the mentor at 2 o'clock. Not possible, it's very difficult for us. Please don't put us in that situation. That's why I'm requesting you to not to do all this. Please follow the protocol. And the parents also have to send a mail if your son or daughter has to come home for a short vacation or for weekends, whatever. As mentors also, we do face challenges. Many a times we are not able to get across mentees or parents, or sometimes delayed response or poor response from parents or guardians. This should not happen. Please take care. At the end of an academic year, our goal is no student is detained due to lack of internal assessment, lack of attendance to qualify for university examination. We do not want any, we want this to happen 100%. We can achieve this with your cooperation, parents as well as students. So I request all of you to take a note of this. So these are the important points that I discussed, and we have arranged a mentor-mentee meeting in the afternoon at TMF Pi Hall 1, where parents can come with the wards and can meet mentors and clarify all your doubts. Please be in touch with the mentors. These are the important points. And now I'll just display the photo of the mentor, and we have already sent the mails, that is mentor allotment, where I think we have specified both your registration number as well as serial number. Am I right? So you know your serial number and registration number. So it will not take much time here because already we are running late. So Dr. Vijeta Shane from Biochemistry, serial number 128. Okay. Then next is move up there. Okay, sorry. Dr. Revati Shenai for serial number 9 to 16. She is also from Biochemistry, faculty in Biochemistry. Dr. Padmanabha Udupa, serial number 17 to 24, faculty in biochemistry. Myself, 25 to 32 serial number. Dr. Shivanand Baliga from biochemistry, 33 to 40 serial number. Dr. Vinuta Bhatt, 41 to 48 serial numbers. Dr. Vaideki from biochemistry, 49 to 56 serial numbers. Dr. Varashri BS, Professor and Head of Biochemistry, 57 to 64 serial numbers. Dr. Ravindra Maradi, again biochemistry, 65 to 72 serial numbers. Dr. Krishnananda Prabhu, sir is here. He is Associate Dean and Professor of Biochemistry. Sir is here, Dr. Krishnanand Prabhu. You know him, 73 to 80 serial numbers. Dr. Pallavi from Department of Physiology, 81 to 88 serial numbers. Dr. Murali from Physiology, 89 to 96 serial numbers. Serial numbers 97 to 104, Dr. Chinmay from Physiology. Dr. Sucheta, 105 to 112 from Physiology, serial number 105 to 112. Dr. Vasanta Lakshmi, serial number 113 to 120. Dr. Srinath from Physiology, 121 serial number to 128. Dr. Dr. Manjula is here, serial number 129 to 135. She's Associate Professor in Physiology. Dr. Krishnamurthy Prabhu, Physiology, serial number 136 to 142. Dr. Sivakumar, Physiology, serial number 143 to 149. Dr. Dhiren Punja, Professor and Head, Physiology, serial number 150 to 156. Dr. Kirtana Raghuram Naik, Professor, Physiology, 157 to 163. Dr. Rohini from Anatomy, serial number 164 to 170. She's Associate Professor in Anatomy. Now onwards, it's Anatomy faculty. Dr. Sneha, Professor of Anatomy, serial number 171 to 177. Dr. 171 to 177, Dr. Sneha. Dr. Vanishri, 178 to 184. Dr. Veena, 185 to 190. Dr. Suhani, 191 to 196. Dr. Lydia, 197 to 202 from Anatomy. Dr. Arvind Kumar Pandey from Anatomy, 203 to 208. He is here. All of you know him. Dr. Hubin Thomas, serial number 209 to 214. Dr. Chandini, 215 to 220, serial number. Dr. Mamata, serial number 221 to 226. Dr. Vrinda, 227 to 232. Dr. Sushma is here, 233 to 238. Dr. Ann, we have her here, serial number 239 to 244. Dr. Prasanna, Professor and Head, Anatomy, 245 to 250. This is also been displayed outside TMA Pai Hall 1 and 2. You can meet the mentors. Today, Dr. Chandini Gupta is on leave. Who is? Dr. Ashwija for Dr. Chandini, these numbers. She's on leave today. So Dr. Ashwija will be representing and taking all the details from you all for these serial numbers 215 and 220. To conclude, we want to see you happy for 5 years till you are here and even after that. So I wish you all good luck. Any problem, you can contact any one of us. I can receive calls anytime, no problem. It is, if it is genuine call, I can receive anytime round the clock, no problem. Happy stay at Manipal. Do well in academics. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Udupi is a land of temples, a land of beaches, a land of culture, a land of various cuisines, and the list continues. To brighten up our thoughts and to tell us more about the sights, sounds, and tastes of Udupi, I invite Dr. Kiran K.V. Acharya, Professor, Department of Orthopedics, KMC, Manipal. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon. ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಇನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ ಆಗ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ ಆಗ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ Good afternoon. I know you can all identify with that small boy in a new place. Last year's blockbuster was entirely placed and shot in Manipal and Udupi. And I'm sure the small boy is a fresher in Manipal with all the threats around him, and all the lectures which you heard so far told you what not to do. So my lecture is a little different. I'll tell you what to do in Udupi and Manipal. I am an alumnus of this place, born and brought up here. From kindergarten to present day, I'm a Manipalite. Even my father studied here in 1959, and so is my elder brother. So I am a true Manipalite. And I am heading arthroscopy unit in Kasturba Hospital in Department of Orthopedics. You have been told that Udupi nestles between Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea, with the NH66 crossing Udupi, scenic beaches, temple town of Udupi, and educational campus of Manipal, fishing harbor, tourism, all rolled in one place. But it did not happen overnight. In 1950s, Manipal was just a barren hill with a lake which used to provide clay for making roofing tiles. the so-called Mangalore roofing tiles. That's why the name Manipal. Mannu Palla. Palla means lake, Mannu means clay. And in the last 7 decades, Manipal has grown around that lake. I'm sure in your campus visit you would have seen these old images of Manipal, which had humble beginnings. Thanks to the great vision of TMA Pai, Manipal Kasturba Medical College could start in 1953, and now we are celebrating the Platinum Jubilee. He got the best talent from all over India to teach in the college. The various surnames which you can see shows representation from each state of India. He got the best hands to teach and train future doctors. From the humble beginnings of these laboratories, the present day campus looks different, but we are traditionally rooted. Our roots, we believe in our traditional roots, and we always look at the future. This is a historic tiger circle, no longer exists because of the highway project. This is important because tiger circle, why it's called tiger circle? Once upon a time, the tigers used to roam around here. A legend says that one of the students in KMC had a leave letter to the dean saying that he could not attend the class because he could not come to Manipal. There was a tiger sleeping on the road. And the dean believed him and granted the leave. Those were the days. So with these beginnings, we have come a long way. With the vision of Dr. Ramdas Pai, KMC, and Manipal Academy of Higher Education took form. Dr. Ranjan Pai took it to another level by having international presence. And now university has won a lot of accolades, starting from environmental awareness, environmental awards to Institute of Eminence. We are all here, you are all here today in the great institution with the intention of studying and making friends. Take it from me, these 5.5 years will zoom past with the celebrations, countless examinations, countless table tests, university examinations, and some vacations here and there. And at the end of it, you'll all don this cap and go home happy. I am from a batch of 1987. Whenever I post my images on Instagram, some of my classmates ask me, did these scenes exist when we were in Manipal? Because they never ventured out and explored Udupi or Manipal. That should not happen to you. That's the idea of this presentation today. So you always believe in balancing work and life. In your case, the work is education for which you are here. That's a primary goal. Let's not lose focus on that. And life around also needs to be explored. At the end of the day, you should all go as a complete human being who can do well in life. Udupi traces its roots way back 800 years ago when a famous saint Madhvacharya was born in this village of Pajaka, where there is a Durga Parmeshwari temple on the top of the hill. This is also the place where the world's only palm leaf museum is present. Palm leaf scriptures from the past, they are housed in a museum here. So it started here, and then coastal architecture and coastal houses are of another level. Because we are monsoon drenched, sadly this year you are not welcomed by the rains, otherwise it would be raining at this time of the year. The coastal architecture is well showcased in Hasta Shilpa village, not very far from the campus. It's also under the Manipal Academy of Higher Education, where there are conducted tours to visit these houses which have been relocated from villages, restored and presented in their past glory. The conducted tours are available even on the moonlight on a full moon night. If you walk around the campus, you will also see Venugopal temple. You have been told about the famous endpoint where river Swarna is seen. This is a river which provides a drinking water to us. There's a small bridge across the river Swarna where the kayaking facilities are available. And if you walk towards district collector's office, you'll also see some sculptures. Weekends and small vacations, you can always explore nearby places. One of them is chrysanthemum fields of Hemmadi. During January and February, you'll see them in full bloom. And all these flowers are meant for use in the local temples. Because Udupi, Mangalore and Manipal, we are all full of temples and places of religious significance. The most important temple being the Krishna temple in Udupi, which has got about 750 years of history. Lord Krishna is the deity there. Every day they dress him up in a different way. When Chandrayaan successfully landed, they even had a backdrop of the moon for Lord Krishna in Krishna temple. Krishna temple is full of activities, religious and entertainment programs. These huge chariots are pulled just by the power of the devotees. And the most important program in Krishna temple is going to happen next week on the 6th of September. That's a Janmashtami. This is just a glimpse of Janmashtami in the Temple Square. Probably Temple Square and London have one thing in common. All of them have directional roads. North Street, South Street, East Street and West Street. And Krishna Janmashtami, people dress up as tigers, lions, basically recreating the atmosphere of Krishna's childhood. There is also Dahi Handi here, Udupi version of it, as you can see here. And these are the world's only two-legged tigers. We will see them plenty next week, all around Manipal and Udupi. And last year, there was also tiger dance performance in front of the university. I don't know whether they'll do it this year. And this is how it looks. Acrobatics or traditional. All of them are my patients. It's not just entertainment and celebrations. There is also serious business of transmission of knowledge from generation to generations. Especially in the case of Udupi, it's Sanskrit, Vedas, taught in a traditional Gurukul way. At the same time, these students also get the modern education. And one of the oldest Sanskrit colleges is located in Udupi. And there are also a lot of centers of traditional healing. Much before governments started midday meal program, Udupi Krishna Matha had a midday meal program for school students. All you had to show was a school ID and you would get a lunch. The former chief of ISRO, U. Ramachandra Rao, U stands for Udupi, and he was one of the beneficiaries of this midday meal program when he was studying in Christian High School, Udupi. So that shows religious harmony as well. Someone studying in the Christian high school and having midday meal in Krishna Matha, and for education. The cuisine of Udupi is so popular that Chef Vikas Khanna has donated his entire collection of cooking vessels, and anything related to cooking is housed in this Patra Museum, which is right next to Hotel Valley View. All of you can go to this museum and see his collection. And he has also published a book. I am lucky to have an autographed copy. Sankranti, that's a harvest festival. All the chariots in Udupi Krishna temple will be pulled, as I told you, by pure devotee power. And there are a lot of sights and sounds around the Krishna temple. Krishna temple also has got 4 directional Durga temples, one in each direction, one nearest being one in Kadiyali. My brother, who is head of the department medicine, he is currently one of the chief trustees of this temple. Kadiyali temple is recently renovated with this rotating ceiling. It's a certificate for local craftsmanship in wood. I request all of you to visit this place and see this rotating ceiling in Kadiyali temple. Traditionally, our region has been paddy growing, related to growing rice. So if you look around, just drive 5 kilometers away from Manipal, you'll see these sites. This is real, shot last month. And after the harvest is done, the paddy fields are a field for this kambala, it's also known as kambula, where water buffaloes are raised. No animals are harmed in this. In fact, they are looked after very well in air-conditioned rooms, and they have their own private swimming pool. So the Animal Rights Commission mistook it as the case was vacated last year. So there is a Kambala calendar where it is conducted and which day. It's an overnight event, starts in the afternoon and goes on till the next afternoon. You must visit at least the Katpadi Kambala, which is on the highway, usually second weekend of February. If you have vacation in monsoon and the paddy fields are empty, they conduct something known as Kesaru Gadde events, playing in the muddy waters of the paddy field. So there are again calendars for that. You can choose, go with your friends, enjoy the sporting events in the Kesaru Gadde, that is muddy fields, get dirty, and it's not just that, it ends with a sumptuous lunch, local lunch. Not before you take bath in the rain shower. So it's all arranged, part of the Kesaru Gadde events. Nature worship is a part of Udupi culture. So we respect a lot of elements in nature. These are called bhutas and daivas. There is one daivasthana right at the entrance of MIT. It's called Babbu Swami Daivasthana. Every year there is a religious ceremony taking place. Respect the customs, attend the program at least once and get the blessings from these local deities. They are supposed to protect you every day. And rural sports, there are plenty, one of them being cockfight. This is also close to vascular surgeon and orthopedic surgeon because you can see the sharp knives attached to the legs, hind legs of this cocks, and when they fight, sometimes they get angry, they fly around. It's either carotid or a popliteal artery. So if they are lucky, they come to the hospital for repair. So if you want to watch it from a safe distance. Rural folk dance drama is Yakshagana. Our university has a Yakshagana training center known as Yakshagana Kendra. If you are interested, you can learn this art. Traditionally, it goes on overnight. With the government restrictions, it has come to like your hostel timings now. But in college programs, you'll see the abridged version of this. This is from one of the college events. It's a nice dance drama to witness. And it's not easy. The headgear itself weighs about 1.5 kilos. Future orthopedic patients. There's a lot of art and culture. There are also these Mekkemane sculptures, which is also housed in the National Museum in Delhi. It is from our place. If you see this old French map of India, that's why it says mer, it doesn't say sea. And you don't see Udupi, Manipal in this map, but you see Barkur. Somewhere here, there is Barkur. Barkur was a port town for Udupi region, and that's where the Portuguese, British, Dutch all came in for pepper. Pepper was a major export from this region through Alupa kingdom, recent excavation in Barkur also gave a Greek coins in the harbor. So why I'm saying all this is, Udupi, even though is rich in its own heritage and culture, it welcomed even visitors long, long ago. That's why my mother tongue is Tulu. I speak Kannada, I can understand Hindi and I can speak Hindi. There is Bari language, Mappila language, Malayalam. Everything is spoken in the region of Udupi, Mangalore and Manipal. If you go to shops, you might even find a shopkeeper who can speak Bahasa Malaysia. So we are open for any good thought coming from any direction. So sailors who came in first settled down here. And then we have Christian missionaries who came in with education and healthcare. Some of the churches around Udupi are modeled from, they've taken inspiration from elsewhere. This Udyavar church resembles Duomo of Florence in Italy. It's right on the highway. As you enter Udupi, you must have seen this. Kalmadi is a small fishing village near Malpe. That's where my father started his practice long ago. It has a church shaped like a ship with a lighthouse next to it. If you can't go to Pisa, you can go to Perampalli. So the bell tower of Perampalli church is almost designed like that of Pisa, but it's not leaning yet. It's not leaning. It's straight. It's basically optical aberration from the camera. It shows it's leaning to one side. Other religions of the place are Jainism. There are a lot of Jains in the area. And this is one beautiful Jain temple in the middle of a lake in a place called Varanga near Karkala. Professor Sharat Rao hails from this place, and so does your associate Dean Krishnanand. He is from Karkala. And this is Karnataka's second highest Bahubali statue. That's Gommateshwara, we call it. All these lectures you have been told not to venture to Arabian Sea. Yes, I also agree with that. But nothing prevents you from seeing its beauty. You can stay at the shore, watch the beauty of Arabian Sea. This is voted as the most beautiful cycling track of India. This is called Padukare. From Padukare to Kapu is a 17-kilometer drive along the beach. And one side is a Papanashini river and the other side is the Arabian Sea. St. Mary's Islands off the coast of Malpe has a volcanic basalt formation. The nearest other two places are one in Croatia, another one is in Ireland. So you might as well visit St. Mary's Island before you go to those two places. It's got a column-like structures made of lava millions of years ago. Any evening, if you are not doing anything, watch the sunset. It is free, it happens every evening, and every evening is different. And this is shot by me with my phone camera. You just have to see it, no filters, no filters. Just look at the colors, it's God's canvas. And if you see this every evening, you come back refreshed, and you would not see the slide of Dr. Pandey, the angry doctor. No, you'll not see the angry doctor in there. You come back refreshed. Udupi also has tourism evolving in the form of boat houses on the backwaters of Malpe. If you have a vacation and you're not able to go home, don't worry, there are many places around Udupi you can explore. One of them is the Joke Falls, which is the second highest waterfall in India. This is during monsoon, in its full glory. Sad that we lost one of the drones filming this because it's so powerful and windy there. On the way to these places, you'll also see a peculiar place where National Highway 66 cuts through a small strip of land. In Google Earth, if you see, it's just a line. On the left is the Sauparnika River, on the right is the Arabian Sea. On the extreme left, the island which you see is called Padukone. Yes, you heard it right. Padukone, Deepika Padukone's grandparents came from this village. Similarly, this region has contributed many talents to the national fields like Girish Karnad, Sham Benegal, and all the Shetties in the film world, they come from this region. Murudeshwar is another place, little north of this place, where you will find a stunning statue of Shiva perched on a peninsula. Again, warning here, the sea is very rough here. You can only enjoy the beauty from a distance. The commercial activities of this place were restricted to making roof tiles, Mangalore roof tiles, basically started by Basil missionaries, and some of them still exist. Can you identify what this is? Cashew fruit with a nut outside. So it's the only fruit in the world which has got a nut outside. So cashew is a famous commercial activity in this place. You will find many cashew processing units. Don't worry, you will be taken during your community medicine posting to one of the cashew processing centers to check for health of those workers. And this is how you see tons and tons of cashew being processed in one place. So whenever you go home for friends, you can carry cashew from here. Our region is also a birthplace for 5 major banks of the region of India. Most of them have lost their identity now and merged with some other banks, but they had their birth here. Syndicate Bank started in Manipal. It also started the concept of daily savings. Every day you can save a little for future. The first ever example for branding anything is a Udupi restaurant. Udupi or Udipi. Till 1969, Udupi was called as Udipi by the British standards, but later they renamed as Udupi. There is a saying that when they landed in the moon, they were greeted by a cup of coffee by a Udupi restaurant chap. So it's present everywhere. It's an example for nutritious, fast, and economical food served at any corner of the world. So Udupi cuisine is famous. Traditional Udupi cuisine you must appreciate. And Udupi probably was the first to use biodegradable, environment-friendly containers for making idlis. These are jackfruit leaves made into cups where they make idlis, elongated idlis, of course. Can also use screw pine leaves to make similar idlis. It adds a special flavor to it rather than the regular steamed idlis. I'm very sorry to show all these slides because I'm standing between you and the lunch. But it's part of Udupi culture. Cuisine is a big part. And Udupi also gave the world fast food of idli, vada, and dosa. The variety of dosas can be found in restaurants in and around. This is a famous neer dosa with the paneer ghee roast. And there's also flaky, crispy dosa. It's known as kori roti, which is to be had with the chicken. And many, many items. So if you get invited for any wedding or any event in and around, you must attend just for the sake of tasting the cuisine and looking at the traditions. Typical Udupi plantain leaf lunch would look like this. So you need to stay hungry for 2 days before attending the program. 2 things which you will never forget even after leaving Manipal is, one is goli bhaje, which is a snack available in all the restaurants, and other one is the Mangalore buns. So they found origins in this place. Colocasia leaves made into patrode. And non-vegetarians also have a feast here because we live next to the sea and a lot of rivers. So river fish, sea fish, river and sea fish, everything we get here. And the street food also is quite famous. This is known as charmuri. It's also puffed rice, spiced. Another most sought after recipe on the YouTube is Manipal bread or bun masala. So you can check the recipe yourself. It's not just the main course. Manipal and Udupi tops in desserts as well. Udupi has its own contribution to the field of sundaes. One on the left is known as gut bud. That means it's prepared in a hurry. So the ice cream maker must have been in a hurry and there were too many orders. So he prepared gut bud, otherwise nothing known as sundae. And during season, you'll also find a jackfruit ice cream, not my favorite though. And then tender coconut ice cream. There are two items, that is one is green brinjal and other one is fragrant jasmine. These two can be grown only in Udupi because they have a geotag, certified geotag. So as I told you, the 5 years will pass in a flash and you have a lot of things to see and experience. If you see just the YouTube images or images on the social media, it doesn't give you the experience. So when you are here, try to get into the scene, experience, walk between the crowds and experience Udupi culture. I end my presentation by showing a glimpse of what adventure sports we have in and around Udupi. Again, exercise caution when you are indulging in any of them. For scuba diving and for surfboarding, Manipal Academy of Higher Education has courses, and also for the wilderness medicine. Thank you. Thank you all and all the best.
Thank you, sir. That was a real visual and virtual treat to our eyes and ears and a great stimulant tantalizing our taste buds as we are now approaching the lunch. With this, we have come to the end of the morning sessions of Med Orient. Please note, there is a session on mental health wellness arranged separately for students and parents. This would be after lunch at 1:30 p.m. The address to the students will be by Dr. P.V. Bandari at TMA Pi Hall 3. So students after lunch will come back to the same hall, this hall, which is TMA Pi Hall 3, and parents will be addressed by Dr. PSVN Sharma in Dr. TMA Pi Hall 2. This is the same hall where you will be having your lunch. The lunch is served at TMA Pi Hall 2. The post sessions will begin at 1:30 p.m. sharp. The students are requested to assemble in TMA Pi Hall 3, and parents, please stay back in the same hall where you are having lunch, that is TMA Pi Hall 2. So we part now for lunch. We will assemble in the respective rooms at the designated time. Thank you.